received the Newcastle News Athlete of the Week honors this season. He was also named the LC SportsNet Player of the Game for his performances against Union, Southside, and Mohawk. As a junior, he was an all-conference honorable mention defensive back. After graduation, Landon will be attending a four-year college or university, but is undecided on his major at this time. Chase Tinsman is our final senior football player to be recognized this evening. He is being escorted by his parents, Ted and Jamie Tinsman. He started playing football in 3rd grade and is a 3-year letter winner on the varsity team. Chase was named the LC SportsNet Player of the Game against New Brighton. In addition to football, Chase is a 6-year track team member and a 4-year varsity letterman in wrestling. He qualified for wrestling regionals as a junior. His future plans are to attend a 4-year college or university after graduation.
Congratulations to all the seniors. There are 9 varsity cheerleaders from the class of 2023.
First, we honor Seneca Bailey, the daughter of Todd and Sherry Bailey. She has participated in cheer for 10 years. She received the pin in forward and coach's pick awards in her junior year. She is the vice president of the National Honor Society and is a member of FBLA. Her plans following graduation include attending a 4-year college or university, majoring in elementary education. Talia Cartwright is the daughter of Ryan and Jamie Black. She has participated in cheerleading for 6 years. She is the student council secretary and the class council president. She is a member of FBOA and the journalism club. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year college university to major in either marketing or journalism.
Kira Geiger is the daughter of Jack and Laura Geiger. She has been a cheerleader for 10 years. During those years, she has twice been voted most valuable cheerleader by the members of the cheer squad. Kira is a member of the National Honor Society. She plans to attend a 4-year college or university following graduation, but she is undecided on a major at this time. Georgia Jellyman is the daughter of Dawn and Haley Jellyman. She has been a cheerleader since 3rd grade. Georgia is also a multiple letter winner on the girls' varsity basketball and softball teams. She was a member of the 2022 homecoming court. She is the vice president of the class council and a member of Conservation Club. She plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Wilmington to major in graphic design.
The daughter of Mike and Lisa Kennedy, Kaylin has been a cheerleader for 10 years. She helped organize cheer clinics for the LRA cheer squads at the elementary school. She is the treasurer of the FCCLA. After graduation, Kaylin plans to attend YSU, but is undecided on her major at this time. Mariah McBride is being escorted by her parents, Jay and Tressa McBride. She has been cheering for 10 years. Outside of cheerleading, she is a member of the National Honor Society, the Varsity L Club, and FBLA. Mariah is the treasurer of both Student Council and the Journalism Club. Undecided on a major, she plans to attend a 4-year college or university after high school.
Lily McKay is the daughter of Michael McKay and Tracy Lyons. She has been a cheerleader for 9 years. She is a member of FCCLA and she works at Chuck Tanner's restaurant. In the future, Lily plans to attend a 4-year college to pursue a bachelor's degree in the science field prior to entering medical school. Maggie McKnight has been a cheerleader for 8 years and is the daughter of Sherry McKnight and Charles McKnight. Maggie has been a 2-time UCA All-American cheerleader. In addition to cheering, Maggie has medaled in Science Olympiad and is a member of the girls' varsity track team. Her college plans are to attend Ashland University to major in psychology.
Madison Michaels is the daughter of Daryl and Janine Michaels. She has been a cheerleader for 10 years. She is the class council secretary and a member of the Conservation Club. Her plans for after high school are to attend West Virginia University to major in criminology.
This group of senior cheerleaders has had an outstanding career at Laurel. They are 2-time WPIAL champs and have competed at the national level twice, attending UCA national competitions in Florida. Congratulations, senior cheerleaders! Now we will honor our class of 2023 senior members of the varsity golf team.
Senior Johnny Andre is the son of John and Julie Andre. Johnny is a 4-year letter winner on the varsity golf team. Johnny has also earned numerous varsity letters as a member of both the boys varsity wrestling and baseball teams. He is active in both the varsity L and the Conservation Club. Johnny's future plans are undecided at this time. Caleb Gilmore is being escorted by his parents, Joe and Jill Atkins, and Ryan and Leanne Gilmore. He has been a varsity golf team member for 4 years. A 4-year letter winner, Caleb has been a WPIAL qualifier. He is a top 10 MAC finisher and an all-section selection. Caleb will be pursuing a degree in mechatronics engineering at a 4-year college or university next fall.
Greg Presser is being escorted by Michelle Presser and Mackenzie Presser. He has lettered in golf all 4 years. Greg started playing basketball in 3rd grade and is a 4-year letter winner on the boys varsity basketball team. In addition to sports, Greg is a member of the Varsity L Club and is the FCCLA president. His future plans include attending a trade school. Seth Smith is the son of Chad and Jody Smith. He has been a varsity golf team member for 4 years. A letterman, Seth qualified for the WPIAL championships as a senior. He is a member of FCCLA. After high school, Seth plans to work for the family construction business.
Ryan Tellis is the son of Greg and Jill Tellis. This is his first year as a member of the golf team. A letterman, Ryan has also lettered for 4 years as a member of the boys varsity baseball team. Outside of sports, Ryan is a member of the FBLA. His future plans include either as an operating or an electrical apprenticeship.
Congratulations to the seniors of the golf team. 2 seniors are being recognized as part of the Laurel Boys Cross Country team. These seniors contributed to the first ever boys cross country team section championships.
Justin Johns is the son of Jerry and Laura Johns. He has been participating in cross country for 6 years. He has been the team captain for 3 years and a letter winner for 4 years. He is a member of the Laurel Marching Band. After graduation, he plans to attend either a 4-year college or university to study Homeland Security or to pursue a major in elementary education. Jeremiah King is the son of Dawn and Joshua King. He has been running cross country for 8 years. He is also a member of the Laurel Marching Band. His future plans are to join the Navy as an engineer assistant and then continue his education at Virginia Tech studying architecture.
Congratulations to all these seniors. The administration, faculty, coaches, and sports enthusiasts would like to thank each of these seniors for all that they have done over these past years. Your performance on and off the field has been spectacular. Your contributions have made these past years quite memorable. Good luck to you in all your future endeavors.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. Your home for the County of Champions.
Has a throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers.
Strike three. The Union Scotty, golden once again.
One gold, not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers? The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's poised for 3. Good! He turns the game.
Look to throw again, directing traffic, going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown! Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Coming to you live from Spartans Stadium, the Leonard S. Rich Athletic Complex for Week 9 WPIAL football action here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, Class 1A Big 7 action as the Laurel Spartans host the Shenango Wildcats. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, brought to you in part by Maley Chiropractic, by Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, by The Red Zone, by R. Cunningham Funeral Home, by Medore Bonner Law, by Pontius Insurance, by the Crane Room Grill, by Joseph's Marketplace, by Doran Concrete, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty, by Hatch Early Learning Systems, by DNR Lawn Care, by Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, by the Tri-County Principals Association, by the Laurel Teachers Association, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Laurel 7-1, perfect in Big 7 Conference at 5-0. Shenango 2-7, 2-3 in Big 7 play. Glad to have coverage live or archived at lcsportsnet.com. I'm James Dotson. We got some fresh faces up here in the booth with us tonight. Well, when when you're short one broadcaster, you make up for it with not one, not two, but 3 doctors in the booth with us tonight. Dr. Mitch Maley, Dr. Chris Argero on the mic. We'll get Dr. Kelsey Bowser on here at some point, I'm sure, as well. Gentlemen, first, thanks for joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
It's a Laurel graduate and a Shenango graduate. I want to know how crazy were everything in the office this week between the two of you. Any bad blood getting ready for Week 9 action?
Oh, we joked around a little bit about it, but, you know, I represented with my Laurel hat on tonight, and he doesn't have a Shenango hat on, so,
After he dusted the cobwebs off.
That is not true. Mr. Don Bowden, line judge here for 60 years, brought me this hat in the last year or two, so I got a lot of cobwebs on me, but not this hat.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time with these two tonight here in the booth, and hopefully a fun contest between these two squads as we get ready for one final week before playoffs begin a week from now. Laurel has already clinched a playoff bid and actually have clinched at least a share of the conference title. So with that means they will get to host a playoff game. Now, hosting playoffs in the football, was that a thing when you guys were playing?
I don't know if I remember that far back. Do you, Chris?
It was always neutral site.
It was always neutral site.
We were neutral sites also.
Yeah.
Even when we played Farrell, we played up in I believe we played up in Hermitage.
Now it's at least, well, if there's any sort of weather issue next week, it would be potentially moved to a neutral site. But Laurel, for the time being at least, scheduled to have a home game in the playoffs. I mean, you guys know as well as anything. Mitch, talk about what it's like to play on this home field. And first, how does it feel even just to be back up here? A very different vantage point for you up here in the booth.
I've never been up here. I'll tell you, it's great to be home. You know, it's weird to come back to a game. I've come to a few games over the years, but, you know, our kids play for Wilmington, so we don't get down here as much. But it's really nice to be here. I'll tell you, when I moved up here, we moved here between my sophomore and junior year. I had no idea what football could be till you came to a stadium like at Laurel High School and the support that's behind you.
And all the games that we go to over the course of the year, Chris, it still never ceases to amaze me. When you have Lawrence County against Lawrence County, you have every seat filled and standing room only all the way out there. How far away did you guys even have to park to get here? You guys got here about, 6 o'clock before the senior night festivities. I'm sure you had about a half-mile walk to get here.
Yeah, we were out in the front on 108. I mean, it was, I was with the tennis shoes on, ready to walk in here. So
Glad you had the tennis shoes on, ready to go for this one. As the Laurel Spartans about ready to take the field. Our game tonight, also the high school game of the week, broadcast on News Radio 1200 WKST. This is our Luxembourg, Garrett, Kelly, and George pregame show, a law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers, LGKG, keeping promises for over 80 years. We mentioned Laurel in the postseason. Shenango, a rough start, a lot of injuries at the beginning of the year for the Wildcats, Chris, but fighting through, had a couple of really close losses against some of the top teams in this conference. 2-7 record does not do justice to this team, and it's a team, especially for the seniors, you got nothing to lose here tonight.
And that's what I talked to. I talked to one of the players for Shenango, Sam Myers. He mentioned that they had a tough season, but he was very excited for tonight just to play spoiler for this Laurel team, undefeated in this section, and he just wants to crash the party.
And that's kind of what happened to Shenango last year, one of the top teams, as the horn really blasted here tonight. That's what happened to Shenango last year. They were in the playoffs, and they had their last game of the year spoiled by a Union team that was nothing to lose, not in the postseason. On the other side of that, Mitch, how is it on the Laurel side, real quick? How do you make sure that you're not looking at that 2-7 record and not overlooking the Shenango team tonight?
We've all seen it happen too often. You have a team come in a little overconfident, and then things go awry. And, I've heard from some of the Shenango people as well. I mean, they've got some talent on that team. You can't discount them at this point, in my opinion.
We're going to pause here in a moment for the playing of our national anthem here in our Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George pregame show. We again thank our friends at LGKG.com for all they do for us all year long here at LCSportsNet.com. And now we will pause for the playing of our national anthem. your national anthem here from Spartan Stadium, just a few minutes away from kickoff between the Laurel Spartans and the Shenango Wildcats. While we have a couple minutes, I'd say let's take a quick timeout, step aside for a moment. We'll be back with the starting lineups and kickoff. You're watching WPIAL football here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
At our Cunningham Funeral Home and Crematory, we are a proud 6th generation family owned and operated funeral home located centrally in the Newcastle and Neshannock communities. Our large facility and experienced staff allows us to accommodate any family with personalized services. To learn more about our services and pre-planning, visit our website at www.cunninghamfh.com or follow us on Facebook. Allow our family to help your family.
Captains meeting at midfield for Shenango. It's CJ Miller, Hunter Lively, Kyle Lenhart, and Austin Bintrum. For the Laurel Spartans, Chase Tinsman, Aiden Collins, Ryan DiMuccio, and Colin Bartley. The Shenango Wildcats have won the toss and deferred, so we will see the Laurel Spartans offense out there on the field first tonight. Mitch, 45 points per game on average this year for the Spartans, a lot of it with the ground and pound game, but they've also shown prolific passing attack with senior quarterback Chase Tinsman. That great balance is what's going to, or has been key all year, and will be key again here tonight.
There are some strong players out there. I'm enjoying being up here and just hearing names on the field, seniors that I played ball with their parents. I was kind of counting as we went through here. There were 15 people that were announced tonight or on the cheerleading squad that I went to high school with their parents, played ball with their parents, and, you know, talent carries through. It's genetics, baby.
It doesn't make you feel old?
Oh, heck yeah, it makes me feel old, you know. But it's always good to see your alma mater having a great season. And like I said, there's a lot of great talent out there, a lot of good kids too, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's been fun to follow all these teams all year long, and really anxious to see the Shenango team. Last time we saw them was their home loss against Union, a 46-7 defeat. But that was when they ended up down to a third and even fourth-string quarterback throughout the course of that game due to injuries. They're back to full health now, and they are playing well. It will be kicking it away. Andrew Johnston, a little muddle huddle. Now they will spread apart and boot it away, going right to left as you listen at WKST, watching on LCSportsNet.com, taken at the 20-yard line. I believe that's Bartley on the far side with the return out to the 34-yard line. That's where the Spartans will take it for 1st and 10, and we'll take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty. Chase Tinsman will be the quarterback, 800 yards on the year and 10 touchdowns through the air. Landon Smith will be the running back, Brady Cooper the tight end, Bartley the slot receiver, Carter Haney, Lucas Davis, all three of them with 3 touchdowns. They're the receivers. Colton Hill, Aiden Collins, George Michaels, Ryan DiMuccio, and Keegan O'Brien are on the offensive line. I'll mark it at the 35-yard line. Call coming in from the sideline. Cooper goes from right to left, and now coming in motion is Bartley. He'll get the jet sweep handoff towards the short side of the field, and it's well read on the far side. Maybe a loss of one. Not much room at all. Good pursuit defensively, Chris, on that one on the short side of the field.
Yeah, it's about getting guys to the ball. I mean, white shirt's got to be at the football every time.
Bartley, who's got 3 touchdowns on the year, 1 in the air, 2 on the ground. No gain on first down there for Bartley, 2nd and 10. And I like this, Mitch, what they've done all year. They get to the line. If they like the play, they go immediately, but then they go and look back to the huddle or to the sideline to get the play without going to a huddle.
Yeah, as I mentioned, my kids play at Wilmington, and, you know, they do that all the time. They get a good look at that defense, and, oh, boy.
And you do right with that, a handoff up the middle. On the adjusted play, Landon Smith, he has been dynamic this year. Over 1,200 yards, 19 rushing touchdowns on the season. He picks up 11 there and gets the first down, the first down of the game. Out to the 46-yard line after a gain of 11. Take a look at the Shenango defense after this first down play, first series of the game with the Spartans and the Cats. Week 9, game number 10 for most teams. Actually, it's only game number 9 for the Spartans as Smith gets another handoff, but he's upended in the backfield. Coming right through is the linebacker, C.J. Miller. There's a run blitz to a perfect execution on that one, Chris.
Yeah, it's high risk, high reward, but if you can get him in the backfield before he gets open space, I mean, you can really make a play.
Miller in the linebacker position, joined by Hunter Lively, Colton Fedrizzi, and Michael Edgetoe. Kyle Lenhart, Austin Bintram, Chris Kale, Blaze Dando. You'll see rotating in on the defensive line, Braden George, Landon Albertini, and Sam Patton in the secondary. 2nd down and 12. Quick slant caught by the tight end Cooper across midfield, fighting forward, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. Only the 2nd catch of the season for the tight end, but the senior will pick up enough to move the chains. Needed 12, and he got 12. Just a quick, easy pitch and catch there, Mitch.
That's Coach Cooper's son, is it not?
It is, yes. We got to see Cooper Sr. walking his son across midfield for senior night.
It was a beautiful senior night tonight.
Quick snap, keeper for Chase Tinsman. And the big quarterback rumbles up the middle inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. 6'1", 205 pounds. A tough guy to bring down, Mitch, and he just plows forward for a gain of 5 or 6 there on first down.
I don't think I'd want him to run me over.
They do officially mark it at the 38, so a gain of 6, first possession of the game after receiving the opening kickoff for the Spartans. Mentioned Tinsman also with 6 rushing touchdowns to go with his 10 through the air. 2nd down and 4 has Smith to his left. He'll get the handoff up the middle. Not a lot of room this time. Good job to pack the line and cause a 3rd down and about 3 to go, Chris. And again, this defensive line has been in the early going pretty strong.
Yeah, they got to maintain their assignments up front. They can't get taken off the ball, and they cannot lose the contain because of the way they're running these jets side to side. You cannot let the man get outside you.
And that's kind of been the MO, is they run it up the middle a few times. But if you leave Bartley open on that jet look, they will exploit it.
And that's it. The speed will take you away.
He's coming in motion from left to right, and he will get the handoff, and it is contained beautifully on the outside. First man doesn't make the tackle, but finishing it off was Hunter Lively. That's the exactly how you draw it up defensively there, Chris.
Yep, that's perfect.
Bartley does fight forward, gets back. Actually, they'll say a loss of 1. So after a beautiful start to the drive, a couple of first downs, looks like the Spartans will bring out the punt team on 4th down and 5. Now it is the quarterback, Mitch, who is the punter, so keep your eye on that. We've already seen 1 fake punt for a touchdown this year for the Spartans. And it's going to be the freshman Albertini standing inside his own 10-yard line awaiting this punt as Tinsman, the punter, stands at midfield. Not much of a rush, kind of a rugby-style punt, and actually he booms it into the end zone. It's caught by Albertini in the end zone, but that will be a touchback. Having high school kick into the end zone, automatically a touchback. So 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line coming for the Shenango Wildcats, and we'll take a look at their starting lineup. Again, your starting lineup is brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty. You'll see Sam Patton behind center, the sophomore quarterback. 5 touchdowns in the air and 8 on the ground. Hunter Lively, 3 touchdowns last week. He'll be in the backfield. Colton Fedrisi, the tight end. Nick Dando, Braden George are the receivers. Austin Bintram, Chris Kale, Levi Stuck, Blaze Dando, and Kyle Lenhart on the offensive line. And didn't mention C.J. Miller because, well, he's going to play just about everywhere. He lines up on this first down as the receiver to the left of the formation. You'll see him in the backfield, in the slot, even sometimes at quarterback. Cats are going to start unbalanced line to the left. It's going to be a direct snap to the quarterback, and designed run breaks away from one tackle in the backfield, but then upended on the play is Patton after a gain of about 4 yards. But good start on first down. I like the unbalanced look there, Chris. Get some extra meat on the left side of the line.
Yeah, it was nice. It looked like he lost control of the ball there for a moment, and then he regained possession to pick up an extra couple of yards.
I believe it was Aiden Collins who stepped in and made the tackle, leads the team with 8 tackles per game on the season. Second down, they'll mark it to 23, so a gain of 3 there for Patton on first down. Pistol set, he'll turn, hand it off to Lively, and he's not going anywhere. Meets a wall of green. Colton Hill, the first one in there, Mitch, but he does fight forward for a gain of 2, so it'll be a manageable 3rd down and 5 upcoming.
Yeah, he had his legs pumping. He, I think, got an extra yard or 2 with 3 green jerseys on his back.
And a senior-laden defensive setup for the Spartans as well. George Michaels, Karsten Allwork, Colton Hill, and Ryan DiMuccio on the D-line. Laban Barker, Carter Haney, the outside backers. Aiden Collins and Brady Cooper are the inside linebackers. And in the secondary, Colin Bartley, Landon Smith, and the only junior out there, Braden Lewis. He stands on the near sideline on this 3rd and 5. Pump fake from the quarterback. Now trying to scramble up the middle is Patton. Flags fly as he's dragged down by Cooper near the line of scrimmage. It will be 4th down. We'll wait and see on the flag thrown in the area of holding. And there is the holding call, so it will be declined, and it will be a 3 and out. So after unable to pin Shenango deep in their end with a touchback, Laurel does change field positions and force the 3 and out here, Mitch. A good defensive stand for the Spartans.
Well, the defensive backs had good coverage there, and Patton had just nowhere to throw. So I think that was just a little too much hesitation before he went, and it's hard for a high school line to hold him that long.
Especially without holding.
Without holding.
Like they
no pun intended.
Like they did. So Bartley will stand near midfield, and a whistle. This is an official's timeout as they're getting everybody, make sure everybody's officially lined up. Looks like it's C.J. Miller back to boot it away. Midway through this first quarter already, Miller does send an end-over-end kick. Landon Smith will let it bounce at his own 40-yard line. Takes basically a straight up and down bounce before it is downed by Albertini. So second possession of the game coming up for the Laurel Spartans. 5:51 remaining here in quarter number 1, last week of the season. We're glad to have the Melee Chiropractic crew in the house joining us for some fun in the booth. Chris, what did you see on the first possession for Laurel? What do you want to see differently from Shenango defensively? They did allow a couple first downs, but did force a punt.
I want to see Shenango just kind of maintain the guy in front of them. I mean, they got pushed around pretty good, and they got lucky to get off the field, but it seems like if they don't slow them down a little bit here, they're going to find themselves in a hole early.
Bend don't break defense worked on the first drive. They held a very talented Southside team to just 15 points a couple of weeks ago. Here's an out to the near side, caught by Bartley, makes a man miss. He's open down the sideline. He's off to the races, inside the 20, inside the 15, cuts back and is tackled at the 8. Hunter Lively coming back to make the tackle, but that's a gain of over 50 yards. 1st and goal for the Spartans. Mitch, that's a simple out route, but once he makes a man miss, Colin Bartley in space is dangerous.
I don't know how fast that kid is, but he was smoking down that sideline. I thought he was going to get contained right at the corner there and not make any yardage out of that, but he went right around him.
53 yards on that completion. Now the Spartans are in the red zone for the first time here today. We thank our friends at the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone for all your county sporting apparel needs. Spartans looking to score big in the red zone. They hand it off to Smith on the right side, going towards the pylon, untouched. 8-yard touchdown run, the 20th on the ground this year for Landon Smith. The Spartans strike first, 6-0. Chris, they held the edge on that one, and at that point, it's a foot race to the pylon.
And that's it. I mean, this team is conditioned. I mean, if you look at that last play, they were 50 yards down the field. They were set up in their stance, and the play clock was at 20. I mean, this is a machine here right now.
Just a 2-play scoring drive. Right down the field they go. 2 plays and just not even 45 seconds off of the clock. Now we're going to have a conversation here on the near side. The head referee is Luke Linkenheimer talking with Coach Cooper. There's a flag on the play. Now we're waiting. This might be a sideline warning. Touchdown is good, says the official. But no, an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Shenango after the touchdown. So that'll be a kickoff or a penalty enforced on the kickoff. The rest of the umpire, or the rest of the officials, by the way, Dave McHenry is the umpire. Dan Gano, the head linesman. Julian Underwood, the line judge. James Healy, the field judge. And Quinn Alexander is the side judge. On to attempt the extra point will be Zane Buchter. Bartley to snap. Tinsman to hold. And a whistle, and
I think we may have been missing a player on.
It looks like the Laurel Spartans.
Laurel sideline.
Interesting. Laurel Spartans take a timeout, so our first Pontius Insurance timeout of the evening. It comes on a point after, not the time you want to be wasting a timeout, though, there, Chris.
Yeah, that is a little bit. I think, Dr. Maley, I think you were right there. I think we were missing a man in formation there.
Yeah, is that Aaron Doty who was going out there late, Mitch?
Yep, number 39. I think he was. The touchdown went too quick even for our own team here. He's ready now, though.
Yeah, he's in there now. That's the other thing, too. You had the extra delay even getting there. Well, nonetheless, they will attempt the extra point from the normal distance. Again, Zane Buchter, the right-footed kicker, will attempt this point after. Try to make it 7-0 Laurel. 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. High snap. Tinsman takes care of it, and the kick is blocked. Extra point. The play is dead. Believe that might have been number 32, Colton Fedrizzi, getting up there and getting the hands on it, but it remains a 6-0 advantage. We'll step aside, be back in a moment. You're watching WPIAL Week 9 action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
A quick Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. 2 plays, 61 yards with 5:07 remaining. It's a 6-0 Laurel lead as the extra point was blocked. Landon Smith with the touchdown. And now, Mitch, here's the issue. You're kicking off from the positive 45-yard line here. I mean, this is where it's almost, why wouldn't you try an onside kick?
Well, I agree with you there, but this is also where you hated to lose a timeout and only have 6 on the board when you should have had 7. So
And kick taken.
And there's a flag. No, I'm sorry. Was that in the end zone? Nope, there's a flag out at the 50-yard line.
What, do we go offside?
Yeah, I thought it was the T that was on there. That's why I got confused. But, yeah, it looks like maybe the Spartans were offside. A perfect kick from Buchter was taken at the 1-yard line. But it's going to be, looks like pushed back on an offsides call. So our second penalty of the game. First one called against Laurel. So now you will kick off from midfield. So why not? We'll do it again.
This is what you were alluding to, though, earlier before the game, with the little mistake on the extra point, now another mistake on the kickoff. With the team, with a record like this, and the confidence is there, but you can't start making mistakes against a team like Shenango.
And especially if you're Coach Cooper and your staff, you don't want to be seeing this right before postseason play.
Oh,
kickoff taken at the 10-yard line and muffed actually by Miller. He goes back, picks it up, and then is upended out near the 15-yard line. Bartley makes the tackle. Or actually, check that. I believe that's making the tackle number 2, Braden Smith for the Spartans. So it does work out, and for the second time, Shenango will have tough starting field position. Chris, anything differently that you do as a coach when you're starting inside your own 20 and this time starting at your own 15?
Well, you want to play it safe. I mean, you just want to try to, build some momentum here. I mean, it's 6-0. It's not 30-0. You want to just try to get some places in order here and just get a drive going.
In the gun is the quarterback, Patton. He'll turn and hand it off to Lively up the middle. Gets out close to the 20-yard line. A good solid pickup of 4 yards on first down. And really, that's all you're looking for, too, right, is just stay ahead of the chains, right, Chris?
That's it. I mean, positive plays. One positive play after the next and try to avoid any penalties. And that'll keep your drive going the whole way.
6-0 Laurel with the lead. 4:30 remaining in quarter number 1.
Shenango has some size on that line. I think they can compete with Laurel if they can just dig those heels in and push.
In the gun again on 2nd down and 6. It's going to be a direct run for the quarterback, but not much room. Good patience trying to find the hole, but wasn't able to get much of anywhere. They'll give him forward progress out to the 21, a gain of 2. And again there, Mitch, just not a lot of room on the defensive line. But a good job of the runner just to keep fighting forward and get a pair of yards.
Yeah, he did a good job of leaning in. He's kind of a scat back when he runs. I wasn't expecting to see that.
And Miller on the year now just shy of 400 rushing yards. Or for Sam Patton, excuse me. He's looking to throw. Again, pumps, now scrambling, and he's going to get dragged down from behind.
It's got to be a loss.
Kane Crean with a gang tackle. It will be a sack and a loss of 2. Take your pick. Colton Hill, George Michaels, Karsten Allworth, all in there. And Chris, kind of the same situation as the last one. They wanted the quick out, but it was well covered. And at that point, the scramble drill couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, he doesn't really even have the time to get through his read, and it makes it for a lost play, and the pressure comes down on him, and he takes a sack.
Back inside the 20, 4th down and 7 coming up. 3 minutes remaining. Laurel about to get the ball back. Miller, another good end-over-end kick, and a good job to keep it away from Smith, and a great bounce. Bounced at midfield and took an extra about 15 yards. They'll down it at the 37 of the Spartans, so that's what they'll take over 1st and 10 with a 6-0 advantage. I want to remind you, coming up after the game, we will announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Make sure you visit Doctors Mitch Maley, Chris Ardro, and Kelsey Bowser. They were voted best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County. But do me a favor, don't call them right now. They're a little busy. They're hanging with us in the booth tonight. We thank the doctors, Dr. Mitch Maley, Dr. Chris Ardro, for joining us on the mic, getting a chance to call their alma maters here tonight. And right now, Dr. Maley's the one with the 6-0 lead.
Well, I'll take that. But we do appreciate you having us again tonight. It's a beautiful evening to be out here.
Yeah, it's going to get a little bit chilly, which is the other reason why it's nice to be up in the booth, as Smith takes this first down handoff, his 5th carry so far tonight. But other than that touchdown run, though, Mitch, he really hasn't had a lot of room to work with.
No, I think they're keying in on him and containing him pretty well. But, you got Bartley out there, and There's some great speed, some good size. I think they're going to spread that wealth around, and we're going to see some different stuff.
They do get the play call again from the sideline. Again, kind of something that Coach Fillion and before that Coach Varelli really perfecting up at Wilmington. They're going to pitch it to the left for Smith, the short side of the field, and he's going to be dragged down almost immediately as well. I believe that was Blaze Dando making the tackle. There's not much room on the edges whatsoever, Chris. They're doing a great job of containment on the inside and outside.
And that's it. I mean, you could stay in the game all night long as you can hold the edges, try to force them back inside, and then guys in the white jerseys finding the football, and that's it.
Dando ate him up.
Dando just a sophomore. A lot of youth on this Wildcats team. And first time we've seen Laurel really behind the sticks. Third down coming. Third down, 8 to go. They're going to go 2 receivers each way. Bartley the slot to the right, Cooper to the left. Quick throw to the near side, coming to it and making a leaping catch. Right at the first down marker is Carter Haney, and he's just been a workhorse in the gym through the offseason and makes another big catch there, his 19th of the season for the first down.
They did a good job. They're, run it up the gut, throw it out the outside.
Needed 8, picked up 10. So 3 for 3 for Chase Tinsman on the night for 75 yards. Down under a minute to play in the opening quarter. Cooper will be the lead blocker. Handoff to Smith. Makes one man miss in the backfield across midfield before he's dragged down by Lenhart and Bintrum. Again, a run blitz up the middle, but there's the instance, Chris, where you can get past the first guy. You have a little bit of room to work with.
And that's it. I mean, you can't miss when you take a run blitz like that. You have to make the play in the backfield or else you could get gouged for 4 or 5 a play.
2 receivers each way, second down upcoming. Likely the last play of this opening quarter coming up. Laurel with the 6-0 lead over Shenango. Tinsman takes the snap, dropping back to pass, fires one down the far sideline, one-on-one coverage over the top, and a catch made. What a beauty, made to drag it away from the defender and into the end zone for the 48-yard touchdown is Lucas Davis. He's been known as the short route man throughout the course of the year. He averages just about 8 yards per reception. That one for 48, and worth 6 points. Beautiful pass over the top, Mitch.
Oh, he had a nice touch on that ball. Defender was right there, too. You got to give Davis the credit for catching that ball because he was all up in his face.
But then not only that, Chris, too, he then drags away from the tackler to get into the end zone as well.
Oh, yeah, it was a fantastic play. I mean, the touch on the throw and to come up with the catch and then to just overpower the tackler and run another 15 yards to the end zone.
And staying in bounds while we're at it. So instead of an R. Cunningham Funeral Home extra point, we will have a 2-point conversion try, and it looks like it's going to be the slant that you more commonly see from Davis. He gets the touchdown and the conversion. Laurel with the 14-0 lead. Back in a moment. Late first quarter, Spartans on top here on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
$14-0 Laurel, just 16 seconds remaining in this first half. A 5-play drive capped off by the 48-yard touchdown. It'll be a pooch kick by Buchter, and big hit at the 35-yard line. Good job to keep his feet by the Shenango returner and get out to the 37-yard line. Absorbing the punishment on the return was
number 9. Was that Colin Bartley on that?
Yeah, he made the tackle. It was A.J. Farilla, the freshman, I believe, who made his way on the return for about 10 yards. So 11 seconds remaining. Ball at the 37-yard line. It's a 14-0 Laurel lead. Shenango's third possession of the game. Play action. Throw over the middle. Has a man open and is dropped just a step out in front of him, Chris. There was nothing but daylight in front of Colton Fedrizzi, but it was just out of his reach.
That was it. It was a great setup, great route run. He just got a little bit antsy with the throw. And I like to change in the game plan here. Not run, pass. Let's maybe try to move the ball a different way a little bit here. We've got great field position.
Especially with the play action, too. You sucked everybody up, and you want to see a little more touch maybe on that throw from the sophomore.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, he's young. He wants to really push it when you got a guy that wide open.
Colton's 11th grade, 6'3" tall, and 200 pounds.
He missed a couple of games early in the year. They're glad to have him back. Here's a throw to the near sideline. Leaping catch. Did he get the foot down? I think he did.
It to him.
What a beautiful catch on the near sideline made by Nick Dando. Only his 8th catch of the year. Tell you what, there's what you call a Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nominee right in front of the Maley Chiropractic guys. Full extension, and he gets the first down as well.
That was a fantastic catch.
Beautiful.
And to move the sticks. First down of the game for Shenango.
Just about to say that. Hey, he's a professional up here, is Dr. Ardro. Look at this. Clock stops as he went out of bounds with just 2.5 seconds remaining. So I said the last play of the quarter, probably about 4 plays ago now. Shotgun formation. They'll bring a man in motion. That's the freshman. Now they're going to go send him the other way, Albertini. Trying to throw at the screen near side. Well read by the Spartan defense and actually almost intercepted. George Michaels read that one like a book.
He sure did. I saw that. He slipped right in front of the offensive receiver, and I thought that's not good.
That'll be the end of the first quarter. 14-0 Laurel leads Shenango. Back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, our high school game of the week on News Radio 1200 WKST.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here is your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and wanting to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today. Second down coming. It'll be first play of the second quarter. Scrambling away is the quarterback, and getting back to the line of scrimmage just barely is Sam Patton. Not much room whatsoever, and again, good coverage downfield, forcing the scramble drill. Had to watch out, Chris. He almost got nailed from behind and almost lost the football.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him cover that up before he did. He was running with the ball pretty free there.
Yeah, Colton Hill caught him quickly.
So third down now and 10 to go. And Chris, to your point, yeah, the first 3 drives, even though there were a couple pass plays designed, it was all plays on the ground. That was the 4th pass play designed to start this drive. So you like seeing him go to the air here?
Yeah, I like the change of pace. I mean, let's try to challenge this defense a little bit. I mean, we're getting stuffed up front.
Rolling out, scrambling around is Patton. Gets a block from his running back, but he runs out of time, runs out of real estate, dragged down Allward and DiMuccio to make that tackle.
Allward, he really chased him down. Great pursuit.
Yeah, would not be denied, would he?
Tell you, it's one thing I'm seeing about this Laurel defense. They've got some size, but they've got some speed, and they're agile.
Miller will punt it away. 0 for 3 on third down now are the Cats. Another end-over-end punt angled towards the sideline. This one, though, takes a Spartan bounce and goes out of bounds with 10:25 remaining in the first half. While we have a moment, give a shout-out to our friends at Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Make sure you give a call to Penn Ohio Bottled Water for delivery of your 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or you can get cases of bottle delivered right to your home or work. I'm James Dotson, Dr. Mitch Maley, and Dr. Chris Argero here with us this evening. It is a 14-0 score in favor of the Spartans over the Shenango Wildcats. Laurel punted on their first possession, but back-to-back touchdowns since then. One on the ground and one through the air. Mitch, it's been a machine offensively so far for Laurel.
It has. You know, you said how they come up to the line and check the D and then get going again. Sometimes I think they should just sit down and go. I think that'd put an element of surprise in it also. I
haven't seen it yet, but we have seen it at times this year. Smith had some room on the outside, but did lose his footing on the far sideline. Give him a gain of, we'll call it a gain of 3. And you know, this time of year, Chris, the footing maybe not there as much with the grass field starting to deteriorate and getting cold and wet out there.
Yeah, that's one thing about playing out here. You know, a lot of these fields are not turf, and they get eaten up pretty good by this point in the year.
This field looks to be in pretty decent shape, though, for this point in the season.
Yeah, they were worried because they had the junior high championships here on Wednesday, and it was basically a downpour through a good portion of that game, but it is maintaining nicely.
Which Laurel?
Yeah, Laurel was victorious in that. Going over the middle, triple
Intercepted.
coverage, and almost was off the fingertips of the defensive back coming over. An overthrow from Tinsman, and I believe that might have been number 2, C.J. Miller, going for the interception. Trying to see coming across. You also have Sam Patton as one of the defensive backs.
That was Sam Patton, number 5, that almost intercepted that.
How about this? You just said it, Mitch. They're quickly up to the line trying to get Shenango before they're all set up, but now they will go and adjust as it will be third down. Called a 6 to go. Ball to 44. Spartans need to get right to the midfield stripe to move the chains. Quick pass to the far sideline is going to be caught a yard short of the chains on the quick out, but then moving forward and getting the first down is Lucas Davis. And they've been such great chemistry all year, Chris. And right there, that's a pass thrown before Davis even comes out of his break.
And that's it. I mean, that's great chemistry between a quarterback and a wide receiver. I mean, and if you look at this team, when they go quick like this, I mean, it's great for the offense, but it doesn't allow the defense to make any substitutions. You know, I talked with Coach Saunders throughout the season. He said he wanted to implement this. It looks like a college team at times when they're running efficiently.
From one 44-yard line to the other, so 12 yards on that third down conversion. Tinsman coming near sideline this time. Fingertip catch made by Bartley on the out, and then he's dragged out of bounds at the 30-yard line for another first down. Beautiful pass over the top. Tinsman now 6 for 6 throwing the football, Mitch.
Well, he was tackled with number 33, Landon Albertini, and that was a nice grab because he about made it around the corner again.
So Bartley 2 catches, Davis 2 catches, Haney, Smith, and Cooper each with a catch. We have a Ponch's Insurance timeout. We have a special request for our Ponch's Insurance timeout. I'm going to direct our 2 doctors to take a look at the screen for this timeout brought to you from 1989.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Shenango holds him, Jeff, to no yardage on this if they call a timeout. Because if they don't, they're going to get the football with just very, very little time. Up go under center, 2nd and 14. They're going to a little bit of a option play here. Now a pass down the middle of the field, wide open, caught, touchdown Laurel. What a play. It was a reverse to Male. He caught the ball. Male got the ball from Chris Hupko, then threw the option pass, the halfback option, to Jeff Niles. Niles wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, and that'll lock it up.
Niles dropped one earlier in the ball game during the first half when he was open once again, wide open. This time they go with a trick play, and it works for bingo.
I tell you what, though, you and I could have made that one. He was so wide open. Well, you knew. What a great call by the Laurel coaching staff.
So the question we have to ask first, Dr. Maley, do you remember that play?
I actually do. We used that play a few times, and that was Shenango, correct?
That was Laurel Shenango back in 1989.
Yeah, I got flack for that a couple of years following from some of the boys. You know, we were very blessed. There were a lot of great young people around this area that we played against in summer league basketball and everything else. And, you know, we would be on the football field teasing each other and having a good time. And that's really what sportsmanship should be all about, you know. But, yeah, I remember that throw a couple of years ago.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Just 5 years before I was born.
Oh!
I was going to say just 1 year before I was born, so.
Oh,
but
my goodness.
We should have had that on the, as a bet tonight, is how many age references can we make for Dr. Maley here?
Oh, bring it on.
Keeper for Chase Tinsman as we're back to the action. There was a procedure
late
penalty.
hit, number 66.
Yeah, fell in the pile, it looked like there, Mitch.
Blaze Dando, he got a little too overly excited there. It's hard sometimes to hold back. It was close.
And nothing too egregious, really, Chris, but he kind of fell on the pile, and once the whistle blows, it's just a no-no.
Man, he went in with his head. I mean, it's a hard one there. It's going to get called every time.
Be the second personal foul penalty against the Wildcats as well. This will move the ball from the 35 down inside the red zone.
And we've had a few penalties already. No team can take a lot of penalties.
Official indication, personal foul against the Wildcats.
There it is. So the Spartans have entered the red zone. Remember, Spirit Sale's a great way to raise money for your organization. All you have to do is fill out a form. The Red Zone will do the rest. Visit them online, theredzonesports.com, and find out how your group can score big at the Red Zone. So the penalty gives another first down for the Laurel Spartans. Tinsman looked like he was going to go under center there for a moment. Now we're going to have a whistle and a flag from the far sideline. And based on the lines judge throwing this flag, I bet you this is going to be a personal foul, just a sideline warning, it looks like, against Shenango. So do it again, and you will be penalized.
Sideline warning against the Wildcats.
Back to the action, 1st and 10. We're down to 8:40 remaining in the first half. Laurel trying to extend their 14-0 lead and try to remain perfect in Big 7 conference play in the last week of the year. Tinsman in the gun. That's the pistol formation as Bartley now goes in motion from left to right. They're going to pitch it that way for Smith. Cuts up field, makes one-man miss, two-man miss inside the 10. Breaks away from a third tackler before he's finally dragged down from behind by Kyle Lenhart. Good job dipping, dodging, ducking by the running back there, Mitch, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
I'd say that was great pursuit by Kyle Lenhart as well. I mean, he was moving down the field there, and Kyle caught him.
Just in the nick of time, too, as it'll be 1st and goal from the 2. 18-yard pickup on the 9th carry of the game for Landon Smith. Under center, Tinsman's going to try to sneak it in, looking for his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. No signal yet. It's going to be close, but from our view, it looks like the Cats for now, Chris, have held him out of the end zone. All right, take that back.
There it is.
Yeah, late call.
The officials come in and say that it is a 2-yard touchdown run on the quarterback sneak. And if you have good penetration on a line, Chris, it's tough to keep somebody out on a quarterback sneak like that.
Exactly that. And you could see it coming. I mean, how low he was under center with his legs way behind him. He was ready to just plunge forward on that one no matter what.
6 plays, 56 yards on the scoring drive, a 2-yard touchdown run. Now comes the R. Cunningham Funeral Home extra point attempt. Already one block today, though, from Zane Buchter. Snap is back. Better kick here. It's up, and it is good. 21-0. Thanks to our friends at Cunningham Funeral Home. Visit them online at www.cunninghamfh.com for pre-planning services. Back in a moment here on News Radio 1200 WKST and the Lawrence County SportsNet. DNR Lawn Care can take care of all of your landscaping and grass cutting needs. They are fully insured, accept just about any payment method, and have nearly 20 years of experience in the lawn maintenance business. Call DNR Lawn Care today to schedule an estimate or send them a message on Facebook. DNR Lawn Care. Have your lawn done right.
Hey. Good to see you. Come on in, let's go.
Laurel teachers support all of our athletes
on and off the field.
All right, okay.
Another scoring drive for the Spartans. This time the QB sneak, the 7th time this year. The Tinsman has snuck one in for the Laurel Spartans, a 21-0 advantage for Laurel. And right now it just feels like Laurel can do just about anything they want, Chris.
Yeah, it's kind of tough right now. I mean, you want to see, just Shenango to throw a little bit of a spark here. Maybe get a little bit of yards here, find a hole.
And how about that? Yeah, you get a nice return. Ball comes out at the end of the play, but I think they're going to say he was down before Laven Barker fell on top of it. But that's something right there, though, Chris. You get a nice return out to the 42-yard line, something to work with.
And that's it. Hopefully we can just sustain a couple plays here, get the ball moving, and, maybe get past midfield.
Laurel with a 21-0 advantage.
That last series, Shenango had some promising plays. I think I'd like to see some more of that.
They're going to go handoff to Lively up the middle. Patient run, but the hole fills up in a hurry. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Hunter Lively has not had a lot of running room here today, gentlemen. 3 carries for just 6 yards.
Yeah, it's quick. This Laurel defensive line is jumping the ball here. I mean, they're coming off hard and fast. I mean, it seems like they might need to alter snap count, maybe change the pace a little bit here, try to find a way to get this defense on their heels in any way possible.
2nd down and 10. Shenango trailing Laurel 21-0. Snap back, play action, throw on the quick out will be caught at the 45-yard line, and actually caught and dropped by the freshman Albertini. Love seeing them get the young guys in, and he's been a nice little spark plug for them. But, Chris, that's, I think, another case of trying to run with the ball before making the catch.
Yeah, you saw his head turn, and, I mean, he was already looking at the corner, going upfield, and you got to secure the ball first. I mean, take one step at a time. We just need one little bit, and then we can really get this thing rolling.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Patton comes from the sideline into the huddle. Huddle breaks with 13 on the play clock. 2 receivers each way for the sophomore quarterback, who's now barking out signals, maybe changing the play at the line. Down to 5 on the play clock as he takes the shotgun snap. Steps up in the pocket, breaks away from one man in the backfield. He's going to look to run, and he's going to slide down after about a 3-yard gain to avoid a big hit because big Carter Haney was coming in to lay the boom. Again, great coverage, Mitch, down the field. There's nothing for them to work with.
Not only that, the line for Laurel is just busting through. I mean, he's not having a lot of time to get going there.
Now it'll be another punting situation, another 3 and out. 0 for 4 now on 3rd downs. And another man coming in late to get ready for this punt. Believe that was Connor Click stepping in there as Miller quick kicks this one away towards the near sideline. Late fair catch signal made, and we're going to have a flag as kick catch interference is going to be called. That's a tough one there, Chris, because that was a late signal and not a lot of contact, but definitely interfered with the ability to make the catch.
And that's what makes it hard is as a gunner going down the field. I mean, if he doesn't signal to the last possible second, what are you supposed to do? I mean, he also has to give him at least a little bit of a circle of space, but it's a short kick and he's coming up on it. I mean, he's in the no-win zone there.
I'm with you, Chris. He actually held up in time, but the punt was behind him, and the Laurel player was trying to get through him to get to the ball. That was not intentional at all.
Because contact is made. There is the interference call, so another 15-yard penalty.
Penalties are killing Shenango tonight.
So 4 drives for Shenango with 4 punts, 4 drives for Laurel, a punt, and then a trio of Spartan touchdowns. They take over now midway through this second quarter, holding a 21-0 lead. And they'll have great field position, too, starting, it looks like he'll mark it at the 46-yard line. Tinsman in the gun. Gonna fire one towards the far sideline, and it's going to be just out of the reach of Colin Bartley. So after being successful on his first 7 pass attempts, that's the first incomplete pass thrown here today from the senior quarterback. And Mitch, would it surprise you watching the way he throws that he's a first-year starter at quarterback as well?
It does, but, you know, it's probably the number 8, which was my number when I was in high school, that's given him that extra help tonight.
He definitely was watching film from 1989.
From 1989.
So he saw how not to throw a spiral.
Yes. No, it was a good pass. It was just a little overthrown. And I'll tell you what, they almost got there anyway. Colin Bartley is fast.
Handoff on 2nd and 10 across midfield. Breaking through is Smith, and he is also fast, Mitch. Burst of speed across the 40 down to the 37-yard line.
And how many arms hit those thigh pads as he went through there?
That's it. He just puts the foot in the ground and runs through arm tackles. I mean, he's got explosiveness here.
You get a team like this, start picking up momentum like this, and it could be dangerous.
That was 17 yards on that carry for Landon Smith. 10 carries for 63 yards unofficially on the night for the Spartan tailback. Handoff up the middle. Smith will get inside the 35-yard line. Short gain on the play. Looked like he was tripped up by Blaze Dando on that play. Yeah, Chris, the Cats defense, again, they show glimpses of good things happening, but then you get a big run like that last play.
That's it. I mean, once that happens, you just got to kind of toughen up here. You're still sitting at the 35-yard line. I mean, you got time here. If you can hold them for these last 4 minutes, you know, we can go into the half. We only need 3 scores. I mean, this game's not out of reach yet.
10 seconds on the play clock, and in the gun, 3 receivers set for Tinsman. Bartley's going to come in motion from the right slot. Across the formation, they'll pitch it to the left. Almost dropping the pitch was Smith. Breaks a tackle, cuts inside. He's inside the 30 and will be close to the yard to gain. And based on the spot, looks like that will be enough to move the chains.
27.
Yeah, that was a pretty good spot there they gave him.
I was thinking the same thing. You get credit for the roll, right, Chris?
Yeah, really. The roll, the spin, get up and take a step.
I think he hit the ground right about there.
There's no homerism going on in the booth.
Not at all.
Quickly to the line is Tinsman. We thank the Shenango and Laurel alum for joining us here tonight at lcsportsnet.com. 21-0 in favor of the Spartans with 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Cooper will go in motion across the formation. A handoff and no room whatsoever up the middle. Fedrizzi had him. Smith able to slip away from that and somehow Chris get a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, that was tough running there. I mean, he's looked a little slow to get up after that one. He's going to feel that tomorrow.
I'd hate to end a run with Kyle Lenhart landing on top of me.
What, you wouldn't want 6'4", 280-pound senior?
Nope. I played with his dad in high school, and he played for the Citadel, actually. He got recruited to play down at the Citadel. So, you know, there's some size and strength in that boy, I can assure you of that.
Kyle heading to James Madison University next season. Second down, call it 8 to go as Smith goes to the left side. Again, not much room as he's gobbled up by Blaze Dando, and C.J. Miller also over there for a short gain. Maybe 3rd down, about 6 to go. Kind of no man's land here, Chris. Is this 4-down territory, you figure?
3rd down 4.
Well, I'd say at this point, when you're having your way with the ball like this, I mean, you probably wouldn't be afraid to have a couple options here. It depends what you get. If you're short of the sticks, if you can get this to 4th and 1, 4th and 2 here.
Yeah, from here it would be about a 40-yard field goal. Buchter's range we've seen in warm-ups probably about 35. Handoff, Smith cuts inside and no room whatsoever. A great penetration off the edge. I believe it was Fedrizzi getting there first on the outside and really forcing the force them to go back inside. As we have another guest coming up into the booth here. Oh, that's the penalty if you're coming up here, Mr. Pontius. Dan Pontius, another Laurel favorite, making their way up into the booth. It'll be 4th down and 4, and the Spartans are going to go for it. Getting the snap is Tinsman. He's hit as he throws towards the outside off the fingertips of Bartley. Incomplete pass, and it will be a turnover on downs. Well, thanks for coming, Mr. Pontius. You can leave now. No,
hi, James.
Thanks, Dan Pontius, for joining us. And, hey, it's senior night here at Laurel. You can't ask for much more.
Absolutely. It's a great night.
I'd like to thank Dan Pontius for sneaking a little game film in there.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where that game film came from. James couldn't hide it that well.
Was that shown in the first half?
Yeah, we were able to get it during the Shenango timeout here early in the second quarter. And
well, I mean, the guy was so wide open, anybody could have thrown that ball.
Well, I'll take it where I can get it, brother.
Shenango will take over on downs after the incomplete pass, and no room up the middle on the carry for Hunter Lively. 4 carries, just 6 yards. Under 2 minutes to play here. Dan, we'll put your analyst hat on for a second. You didn't know this was coming.
No.
If Laurel able to make a stop here on 2nd down, do they burn one of their Pontius insurance timeouts? Still with 2 remaining?
Oh, absolutely. You burn them. At 21-0, why not? Take the timeout, use it this half, and try to get another score in for sure.
And especially Shenango, only 1 first down so far on the evening. They're going to throw it into the flat. That's actually going to be a backwards pass, a lateral, and going nowhere on the play is Lively, the receiver. Ran into a brick wall by the name of Carter Haney. Loss of 2 on the play. Under a minute to play, and it looks like the clock is going to keep on winding.
This is the quietest I've ever known Mitch Maley to be. You put a headset on him, and he just all clams up. Wow.
I'm trying to be good. This is kind of difficult for me, but we're doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, if we knew that's all it would take there, Dan, we would have put a headset on him long ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't tell my office staff that. They'll put a headset on me every day. Did I see number 87, Brady Cooper, come out of the game?
He may have stepped out here for this 3rd down. And another run up the middle and no room at all. Haney again in there for the tackle. Yeah, Cooper here on the sideline being 10-2 momentarily, but he's going to make his way back out onto the field. Actually won't even need to, because that will be the final play of the first half. A quick moving first half. Laurel with a 21-0 advantage. We're going to stay here just for a moment, though, just to ask Dan, and just to thank Dan for all he's done for us these past 2 years here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, for his generosity to make moments like this happen, because there are a lot of times we couldn't get these sort of games on the field without your guys' help.
No, what you guys do, James, your whole staff, I mean, it's great for the whole county, even, and all over the place. I mean, there's people in other states watching these games, and they really enjoy them. And again, a lot of the grandparents that aren't able to get out to these games, they really, really appreciate what all you do.
Well, we can only do it thanks to guys like you and Dr. Maley here. So we thank you for all that. And
well, James, I'd also like to say we'd started this program up. You started this program up, and I think we were like the number 2 person on board for this. And we were out at the Lawrence County Fair, and I was talking to Danny Pontius, and I told him what we were doing. I didn't get one sentence out. He goes, "Stop right there. Give me his number. I'm in."
I think I got a text message or a call about 10 seconds later. It felt like
so. Thanks, Danny, for joining in on this as well.
While we're on that, I think we already saw the Maley chiropractic play of the game earlier. Holy smokes, was that a catch?
Incredible catch that we've seen.
It was
plenty of nominees, to say the very least.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to turn it over. One of the other things we can do, because of this, for all those people watching from afar, Dan Pontius, we can go and say, hey, we can watch the marching band as well. So we're going to turn it over to the Shenango Wildcat and Laurel Spartan marching bands. There'll be a commercial coming up, a news segment coming up on News Radio 1200 WKST. But right now, 21-0, your halftime score, Laurel over Shenango.
To the field, the Shenango Wildcat Marching Band.
We open our performance this evening featuring this #1 hit from May of 2021, written and performed by 19-year-old Olivia Rodrigo. We hope you enjoy Good For You. Our next song also went to #1 on the charts and was released just 1 week after Good For You in May of 2021. Performed by South Korean boy band BTS, we now feature our auxiliary to Butter. We close our show this evening with a song from 2003 by Britney Spears. It was her 4th top 10 single and won a Grammy Award for Best Dance Recording, featuring the elements of traditional Indian folk music. We hope you enjoy Toxic. The Shenango Wildcat Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Doug Whippy. Assistant directors are Mr. Cody Orth and Mr. Ken Stewart. Major Ed advisor is Mrs. Deanna Okitis. Dance line advisors are Mrs. Kelly Krawcheck and Mrs. Leslie Ross. Thank you and good evening.
Here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, right smack.
Tonight, we are proud to present a fitting tribute to the 13 dedicated marching band members from the class of 2023. These students have demonstrated a high level of dedication to and achievement in our program over the years. Their personalities and leadership will be missed. Each has represented the district well, and it is fitting to recognize their accomplishments tonight. The first senior we honor this evening is Mitchell Badger. Mitchell is the son of Michael and Clover Badger. He is the trombone section leader and marks his 6th season with the marching band. In addition to sharing his musical talents, Mitchell is a member of the NHS and FBLA, last year qualifying for the state FBLA competition. His favorite band memory is the annual Water Day at band camp. When asked about the impact that the band has had on his time at Laurel, Mitchell stated, "I have made a lot of great friends while improving my trombone skills." Pride is the one word that he uses to describe the band. Mitchell's advice to underclassmen is, try your best, don't compare yourself to others, and be open-minded. His future plans are to attend a 4-year college or university to major in aerospace engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Badger. Our next senior honoree is Christopher Davis. Chris is the son of Chris and Allison Davis. He is a 6-year member of the band and plays tenor saxophone. At Laurel, Chris has acted in concert and jazz bands, the track and field team, and in NHS. Chris's one word to describe the band is one. His fondest band memory is frightening Mr. Josh Johnson. Chris would advise the underclassmen not to take yourself too seriously. His response to the impact of the band on his high school career was that it allowed him to meet and get to know some of his closest friends. After graduation, he plans to attend a 4-year college or university and is undecided on a major at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Davis. Elena Dillo is the next senior to be recognized. Elena is being escorted this evening by her mother, Jennifer Miller, and her great-grandfather, Larry Dillo. She plays flute and is a 6-year marching band member. Elena is also a member of the Conservation Club and FFA. She volunteers at Slippery Rock Baptist Camp for the month of July outside of school. Elena's advice for underclassmen is, you will get better if you work hard. Her best band memories are from the Disney trip when she was in 7th grade. Elena had said the impact of the band is that it gave her something to look forward to on Friday nights. Her one word or phrase to describe the band is hard work. Elena plans to go to a 4-year college for pre-vet animal sciences and then move on to an 8-year degree in veterinary medicine. Today, she was notified that she received the trustee scholarship at Westminster College, which is valued at $80,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Elena Dillo. We now honor Destiny Fischel. Destiny is escorted this evening by her mother, April Fischel, and her grandparents, Linda and Mike Fischel. She's a 5-year member of the marching band and plays alto sax. Destiny is a student at the Lawrence County Career and Technical Center, where she participates in peer leadership and Skills USA. Our Disney trips are some of her favorite band memories. Her advice to underclassmen is, do your best and always try to make it better. Destiny notes that the band has allowed her to maintain her friendships even though she is going to go tech now. The one word or phrase that she would use to describe the band is hard work. Destiny's future plans include attending Jameson School of Nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny Fischel. Next, we honor Jimmy Griffith. Jimmy is the son of Jim Griffith and Cheryl Maggie. He is a member of the drum line playing the marching tenor drum and has been a part of marching band for 6 years. Jimmy also participates in concert band, jazz band, and powerlifting and strongman. He lettered in varsity football in his junior year. The best band in the land is his phrase that he would use to describe our band. When asked about his best band memory, his response was, Water Day every year, dumping the buckets on whoever the band teacher was. The wisdom Jimmy wishes to impart on underclassmen is, do what you gotta do. His future plans are to get a CDL and hit the roads. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Griffith. Next, we honor senior Alexander Herr. Alexander is the daughter of John and Jennifer Herr. She has been a member of SpartanNet Dance Line for 4 years. This season, she is serving as a co-captain. Her other activities and interests include participating on the varsity softball team, being an active member in Student Council, National Honor Society, Students Against Destructive Decisions, and the Tobacco Resistance Unit. In 2021, she served as the Queen of Caring for raising $9,000 for Children's Hospital. Outside of school, she has danced at Jennifer Lee's Dance Gallery for 9 years. She also enjoys volunteering at Arise to provide community service to those who are in need. Alexandra would use the word family to describe the marching band. Her advice to underclassmen is to become a member of the Laurel Marching Band because you will form the best friendships and memories throughout your high school career. She feels the impact of the band is that it has helped her to build everlasting friendships while dancing with the Spartanettes. Alexandra's best band memories would be performing the halftime show every Friday night under the lights and breaking it down to Bop Kitten on the sidelines with the Spartanettes. Her future plans are to attend Westminster College to pursue a degree in either accounting or nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Herr. The next senior we will recognize is Justin Johns. Justin is the son of Jerry and Laura Johns. He is an alto saxophone player and a 6-year member of the marching band. Justin is also a member of the section champion cross-country team, the track and field team, and is an Eagle Scout with Troop 712. The loudest and proudest band I know is the phrase he would use to describe our marching band. Justin's fondest memories from his time in band would be the Disney trips that he was able to take in 7th and 11th grades. In the wise words of Justin, underclassmen should enjoy every opportunity presented to you and make the most of your time in high school. The impact that the band has had on his high school career is that it has allowed him to meet some of his lifelong friends and make some of the best memories. Justin's future plans are to attend a 4-year university to pursue a degree in Homeland Security or elementary education. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Johns. We now honor Jeremiah King, a member of the class of 2023. Jeremiah is the son of Dawn and Joshua King. He is a 6-year participant in the drum line playing the marching bass drum. In addition, he is a member of the section champion cross-country team. In his own words, the band has offered Jeremiah a comfortable place to do what he loves, allowing him to be happier than he would be without it. Family is the one word that Jeremiah uses to describe the Spartan marching band. Advice he offers to underclassmen is study and do your homework, but try not to stress out about school. He also identifies the Disney trip as his best band memory. Jeremiah plans to serve our country in the United States Navy after graduating in June. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah King. Claire McCloskey is the next senior honoree. Claire is the daughter of Sonia, Minnie, and John McCloskey. She has participated in color guard for 6 years and is captain of our squad this season. Claire lists SAD as her other school activity. Going to a Pitt football game and performing with the Pitt band is her best marching band memory. When asked about the impact of the band on her life, she stated, "It has given me opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise." Claire's advice to underclassmen is, as Mr. Skurbitz would say, do your work. The phrase that she would use to describe the band is, "Your future is only as good as the work you put into it." After graduation, Claire plans on attending a 4-year college to pursue a career in athletic training, hoping to intern with a professional sports team. Ladies and gentlemen, Claire McCloskey. The next 2023 graduate we will honor is Amber Medved. Amber is the daughter of Joseph and Rebecca Medved. She proudly serves as one of the drum majors this season. Amber has also been a part of the SpartNet dance line for 4 years. She is very active here at Laurel, participating in theater, cheerleading, choir, the National Honor Society, Student Council, and the Class Council. Outside of school, she is a competitive dancer and a member of the Girl Scouts. Amber's favorite band memory is singing and dancing on the track with her friends during an exciting game. When asked about the band's impact on her time here at Laurel High School, she stated that I can't imagine not performing with the marching band every football game. Our season is one of the things I look forward to the most throughout the year, and it has enhanced my time here so much. Opportunity is the one word Amber would use to describe the marching band. Her sage advice to younger students is to try everything and get out of your comfort zone. You're capable of more than you realize. Next fall, Amber plans to attend a 4-year university to study history or English to hopefully one day teach. Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Medved. Our next senior honoree is Riley Miller. Riley is the daughter of Jerry and Heather Miller. She is also proudly serving as one of our drum majors this season. Riley is a 6-year band member who plays the clarinet. Her school activities also include NHS. She pursues her musical interests outside of Laurel in the YSU Youth Orchestra and the Stambaugh Youth Concert Band. She has participated in Honors Band for 5 years, District Band for 2, and made it to Region Band last year. Riley recognizes the Disney trips as her fondest band memories. Band has had a major impact on her high school career. In her words, "It gave me the opportunity to find my passion for music and helped me establish a good work ethic." To underclassmen, she says, "Set goals and stick with them, even when you feel like giving up." Riley describes the band as a common ground for many different people. In the future, Riley will be attending a 4-year college or university to study accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Miller. Vanessa Miller is the next senior that we will honor. Vanessa is the daughter of Philip and Michelle Miller. She is a clarinet player who has been playing with the band for 5 years. Vanessa is busy with her school activities and work responsibilities. She is in concert band, choir, the school musicals, and plays softball at Laurel, and works part-time at Cheeseman and full-time at Ben Franklin's Tap Room. Her favorite band memory was the Winter Band concert last year when Mitchell narrated as Krampus for one of the songs and seeing people's faces in the audience as a result of Mitchell's very scary good acting. The one word Vanessa used to describe her time in the band is family. Band has impacted her life by making school days better and allowing her to make good friends through it. Underclassmen, listen up. Vanessa's advice is please walk on the correct side of the hallways and don't just stop in the middle of the hall, but also take advantage of the opportunities presented to you. She plans to attend a 4-year university and enter the workforce after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Miller. Our final senior to be recognized is Gianna Salvia. Gianna is the daughter of Autumn Road and Anthony Salvia. She is a SpartNet co-captain and has been a part of the dance line for 4 years. Her other school activities include participating in FBLA, Varsity L, SAD, and Journalism Club. Gianna is also a competitive dancer. She was a member of the 2022 Homecoming Court. Her best band memories are from the 2022 Disney trip. The impact of the band on her high school career is that it has allowed her to make friends with underclassmen. The phrase she would use to best describe the band is the best band in the land. Always have fun is her advice to underclassmen. In the future, she plans to attend a 4-year college or university to major in business. To this outstanding group of musicians and auxiliary members, we thank you for your time and dedication in leading the Spartan Marching Band. The band directors and staff appreciate your efforts and wish you well in all that you do in the future. We will now perform the senior song, which is Counting Stars by One Republic.
Thank you to the Shenango and Laurel High School marching bands for their halftime performance. We're back here on News Radio 1200 WKST and streaming live video at lcsportsnet.com. I'm James Dotson, Dr. Chris Ardro, Dr. Mitch Maley here with us this evening, and talking off the air here with Dr. Ardro. So what do you think the yards were in the first half? And, man, he couldn't have been much closer with his guess. He said 230 for Laurel. Well, unofficially, it's 231, so I probably did give it extra yards somewhere, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. Shenango, though, only 22 yards of offense, 10 first downs for the Spartans, only 1 for Shenango. And even on the drives where Laurel didn't get points, Chris, they had 7 plays run and moved the ball down the field in each one of those drives, a punt and a turnover on downs. The Laurel offense really very efficient. They've performed very well here tonight in the last game of the regular season.
Yeah, they've looked strong, but if you're Shenango, you don't count yourself out of this game yet. I mean, you took the drive at the end of the game. You turned the ball over on downs for Laurel, and now you're getting the kickoff here to start the second half. So if you can make your halftime adjustments, string together some first downs, find your way down the field, put some points up on the board, this is a new ball game. You got 24 minutes in the second half, and, let's try to turn something on here.
You see the scores going across on the bottom line if you're watching at lcsportsnet.com. We'll read them to you here for those radio folk. Blackhawk leading Newcastle 9-7 at the half. Neshannock all over Mohawk 34-7 at the halftime break. Just got an update. Johnny Huff with 240 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns at the halftime break. Elwood City trailing 14-0 to Riverside. That's also a halftime score, and Union taking care of business 44-0 over Summit Academy at the half. We'll bring in Dr. Mitch Maley here real quick. Adjustments you want to see made from these teams coming into the second half?
Well, I think Laurel excuse me, is playing very strong, of course. You can see the score reflects that. Shenango, they're almost there. It's just they need a little bit more push on their offensive line, I think, sometimes. I think defensively, they just got to catch those runs up the middle a little bit better.
And how about this? They're going to go a little bit of a reverse on the kickoff return, try to get a spark, and the nice return. Getting the handoff was lively from Miller, and he gets out near the 40-yard line. So a little splash play like that even there, Mitch, can sometimes make the difference.
Oh, yeah. That was a nice tackle by Carter Haney, though.
How many times have we called Carter Haney's name here defensively, or in this case on special teams, making a tackle?
Quite a few. Senior 6'3", 193 pounds.
And he's getting some D2 looks now as well. He's got his first official offer, actually, from Allegheny. So congratulations to him, looking to continue at the next level. He's got now 3 receiving touchdowns on the year. More on him in a minute, as first snap for the Cats on the right edge for Hunter Lively. His 7th carry of the game. Only 10 yards now, though, on the ground here today. It's just not, it's been tough sledding the entire day here, Chris. But again, these first down runs, getting 3-4 yards, you have to take as a positive.
And that's it. You just keep pushing. One play at a time, just keep pushing for 3-4 yards. You will break one. You just keep chipping away, and eventually you can get there.
Give him 3 there. So 2nd down, 7 to go. Patton on the quick hitch, caught at the 45-yard line, first down. So just 2 plays, and they get as many first downs on this drive as they had the entire first half.
And that's it. You watch him. The fundamentals that he looked the ball in, he turned upfield, and that's a 9-yard gain. I mean, that's it. That's the difference between the first 2 plays and the whole first half.
Colton Fedrizzi on that catch, giving a gain of 10. Only the 6th catch of the year for Fedrizzi. Patton, a couple of 10-yard completions now in the game. Miller goes in motion from left to right. Looking the other way, though, caught by the freshman at the 48-yard line. He backtracks and is going to be dragged down by the shirt by Carter Haney. Didn't get under the shoulder pads there, Mitch, so no horse collar potential call there. 2-yard gain.
No, but there was a pack of Laurel players all over him.
33 Landon Albertini was the offense on that play.
Still a gain of 2, though, and it's nice to see them gaining some more yardage here.
Yeah, absolutely. And retreated those couple of yards after making the catch, but did fight back forward for that 2-yard gain. First drive of the second half for Shenango. Down 21-0. Here in the last game of the regular season, they're going to go unbalanced line to the right, it looks like, for the Cats. Pistol formation, handoff, Lively. Big hole on the right side. He's got the first down inside the 40, down to the 38, maybe even the 37-yard line. A 10-yard carry, one of the biggest holes we've seen up the middle there. Mr. Argero, a nice run.
And there it is. It just, like I said, you keep finding it, and eventually you will break one. I mean, we take 11, you might get stuff for 2 or 3. But this guy, he's got a way to put his foot in the ground and make a one-man miss, and that's all it takes.
Did you see that downfield blocking by Kyle Lenhart? He did a great job 10 yards down the field.
The Doran Concrete Foundation block for sure. Visit DoranConcrete.com for your foundation needs. Play action and rolling out to his right is Patton. Good find on the out, and it's going to be another first down. And I was just about to say, we have not heard C.J. Miller's name called here tonight. 45 rushing attempts on the year. Leads the team with 15 receptions, but that's his first catch of the night, an 11-yard pickup.
And look at the difference here. I mean, Patton just looks so much more calm dropping back now as opposed to he did in the first half. I mean, all first half he just looked frantic, even on a rollout. This time he just looks calm and cool as he approaches the sideline to deliver the ball down the field.
He's going to have trips to the left, little zone read, and he will hand it off up the middle inside the 25 down to the 24 is Lively. Go back to last play, though, Chris. Moving the pocket, I think definitely key, a designed rollout this time to give him some extra time to work with.
And that's it. I mean, they got the line up front, I mean, is going to give him a little bit of time. But if you can move the pocket and give him just two and a half more seconds to find a man downfield, and he's an athlete, if he can break the sideline and get upfield to get 3-4 yards a play, I mean, look at the offense this drive.
Hard count, no one budges. It'll be a direct run for the quarterback. Juking around on the right edge. Not a lot of room for Patton, but again, a good patient run, Mitch, and waiting for that hole to develop. And it didn't take much space, but he is able to fight through the gaps and get a couple of yards.
Yeah, I think he only picked up about 1 yard there. I think he went left and right a lot more than he went forward, but it's hard to run up against this line. He went right at that number 55. That's Colton Hill. I don't know if many of you out there know that, but I believe his mother is the sister of Todd Atkins, who played at outside linebacker at Penn State.
So you're saying pretty good genetics.
genetics.
Looking everywhere. Plenty of time in the pocket on 3rd and 6. Trying to scramble now, running for the sticks, and he's going to be dragged down right at the marker. Man, he had all time to throw. No one open, Chris. Went through the progressions, though, and then makes a nice run. It'll depend on the spot.
And that's it. He's a quarterback first and an athlete second. I mean, he went through everything he had there, and when he saw there was nowhere to go with the football, he's got to use his legs and see what he can get.
Well, he needed 6, and they're going to give him 5. 4th down and 1 coming up at the 18-yard line. So Shenango now officially 0 of 5 on 3rd down, but they're going to go for it here. 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cats trying to get on the board for the first time here today. It'll be 10 seconds on the play clock as Shenango breaks the huddle. 4th and 1.
Just got to pick up 1 yard here.
They're in the gun. Lively to the right of Patton. Handoff. No, they're going to play action. Throw over the middle. It's going to be deflected at the line and then almost intercepted. Interesting call going to the air. Looked like he had the man open, Chris, but I think one of the big men got the paws on it.
Yeah, he never had a chance to get the ball there. I don't like that they seemed a little bit rushed, and I probably would have expected them to use a timeout going down to 2 seconds on the play clock, and they're not really set yet. I'm a little bit surprised. But the play was there. He just could not deliver the ball on that one.
I don't know if you guys caught that. That was number 3, Carter Haney again, that had his paw on that ball.
He's been all over the place defensively, and there he gets the Medore Bonner Law change in possession. Visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personalized connection and individualized service. First drive now for Laurel. 4 minutes off the clock on that Shenango drive. 9 plays with the turnover on downs. Landon Smith, his 14th carry of the day.
Tackled by number 32, Colton Fedrizzi again.
Again, good to have him back on the field after missing time early in the season. Quickly to the line, another handoff for Smith, and he's going to be wrapped up immediately. Fedrizzi again getting in there and taking out the legs of Smith, Chris. They're maybe finding a little bit of something with that run blitz, if nothing else, slowing him down in that first step.
And that's it. I mean, get one guy on the ball carrier, and jerseys will follow, and that's everything they need here. Shenango's got to find a way to get a stop, get the ball back here, and they've done everything right so far through these first 2 downs.
Quarterback Chase Tinsman, 148 yards in the first half. He looks to the sideline here on 3rd down and 6. His Spartans leading 21-0. He'll go to throw on the quick out. Caught right at the sticks. First down by Davis. Bounces off a tackle. Does Lucas Davis. Gets his 3rd catch of the game, and he's got a first down.
Another 8 yards there.
Feels like that's been the bread and butter for Lucas Davis, the quick out, the quick hitch, but we also saw him go deep early, so you've seen 3 different routes from him, Mitch, and it's that mix-up that works really well.
It's almost like they're setting up for a hook and lateral type thing out there with the way they take those passes out in the corner.
Smith's going to get to the edge on the near sideline. First down and more near midfield before he steps out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 48-yard line. That's another gain of double digits, 17 yards on a first down. Chris, you get him in the perimeter, out on the edge, and that's when the Jets start to go.
And that's it. I mean, they were lucky to get an ankle there. I mean, he almost turned that upfield, and after that, you're seeing the back of his jersey the whole way to the end zone.
Midway through the 3rd quarter, Tinsman comes back out onto the field in the pistol set. Looks like he had to get some equipment adjusted on the sideline real quick. Still 10 seconds on the play clock. First and 10 from the Spartan 48. Fake to Bartley on the jet sweep. Handoff up the middle for Smith. He'll get maybe a yard on the play.
Landon Smith
Bottled up in the middle of that line. Looked like Blaze Dando and company again in there on the tackle, Mitch.
Well, he's got his arm around about anything that goes up through the middle.
Yeah, we've called Dando and Lenhart's name especially, and then Fedrizzi from his linebacker position has been all over the field. Lenhart is senior, Fedrizzi a junior, Dando a sophomore. You got everybody, all classifications represented in the yellow helmets tonight. 2nd and 9. Zone read, and a good read by Tinsman. He keeps the ball. Stiff arm on the near sideline, dragged out of bounds by C.J. Miller. Good read, though. Put it in the belly, Chris, and then pulled it back to keep it himself.
Yep, made a man miss. He lost the edge, and he managed to pick up a good couple, 4 or 5 yards there. I mean, and that's it. If you lose that contain, I mean, you can really get burned on that corner.
Yeah, give him a gain of 5. So it will be 3rd down and 4 to go. And if you focus on the running back, and Landon Smith, who's got 17 carries, you forget about the athleticism of the 6'1", 205-pound quarterback. And a wrestler as well showed off the strength at the end of that play. 3rd down. They're going to again go deep on the far sideline, looking for Davis. Adjustment in the air, and it's going to be knocked away at the last second. Good adjustment to the ball initially by Lucas Davis, but then better defense, Nick Dando knocking it away. Good job, Chris, finding the ball and high-pointing it to knock it away.
Yeah, great play. And I kind of like the no call there. There was a push offensively, and it seemed like, you know, the little bit of hand fighting on both ends, and I like that the ref just kind of let him play that out.
I think had he caught that ball, they may have called that because he did push off on that offensively. But it was a great effort.
So the Spartans able to get the ball across midfield, but they will have to punt it away. 5:07 remaining. Tinsman the punt. Deep is Landon Albertini. Freshman standing at his own 10-yard line. Tinsman takes a look. Now an end-over-end punt. Bounces at the 15-yard line and skips inside the 10. And a little 9-iron action, Mitch. Stops at the own 6-yard line. A little backspin even to get it to settle inside the 10-yard line.
If you're going to use a golf analogy, I think you need to talk to Dr. Argiro over here. He's the golf expert in our group.
You haven't gotten him out on the course more often then there, Chris?
I'm afraid to see what it looks like.
Are you talking about my golf game or my legs?
Oh, boy.
They saw sunlight this summer.
I'm getting an alert on my phone. The FDC is now monitoring Dr. Mitch Maley's conversation for the rest of this broadcast.
You know, I have to admit, when my son found out I was doing this, he goes, "You know, Dad, you have to keep a clean mouth on there." I said, "Yes, honey, I know."
1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Pistol set, breaking off tackles is Hunter Lively. Great job to get out of the shadow of their own goalposts there, Chris. Great run out. It looks like a market at the 15-yard line, gain of 9.
Yep, and it's exactly what you want on a first-down carry like that.
I don't know who opened up that hole, but they moved some bodies there. That was a great job.
And the interior of that line, Levi stuck to center. Chris Kale and Blaze Dando are the guards. Kyle Lenhart, Austin Bintram, the senior tackles, playing in their final game in a Wildcat uniform here tonight. Senior night at Laurel High School, but Spartans leading 21-0. Cats with the ball. Pump fake on 2nd down and 1. Trying to run away and unable to do so. Chased down from behind was Patton and Karsten Allward. 2nd sack I have him for tonight. 3rd now of the year for the senior defensive tackle.
I think that was a loss of about 7.
You know, almost all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 1. Chris, they went for not a run to get the first down. Tried to get a shot down the field, but too much pressure too quickly.
Yeah, and that's it. The playbook's open when it's 2nd and short like that, and I do like the call. It's just you have to find the option or get rid of the ball quick. And he's young. He'll figure it out eventually.
Trying to go on the quick screen to the near side here, and it's going to be a low throw in the dirt, intended for Dando, trying to get the bubble screen. Nothing doing there, and it will be a 3 and out, so that great first run will go for naught. And again, it looks like Laurel will be getting good field position after the 3 and out.
I think Carter Haney was hoping he could pick that ball up and take it those 5 yards into the end zone there.
Yeah, didn't hear the whistle.
Yep.
So Landon Smith, the deep man, already has 1 punt return touchdown on the year. He's standing at the Shenango 40-yard line as Miller's standing in the middle of his own end zone. Laurel's also blocked a couple of punts here today, and there is movement.
A bit of movement there.
So this is going to move it back in even further.
The right side of the line for Shenango jumped. Laurel was juking around and pulled him off.
Don't be surprised if they bring it after this one now.
Colin Bartley saying, let us go after it.
It never seemed to be Laurel's style when you're up 21-0 to push that kind of a play, though. I think they'll sit back and let him punt it.
So legal procedure, half the distance. Moves it inside the 5-yard line. 4th and 11 now. Snap back, and Miller does get it away. It'll bounce at about the 30-yard line, and Smith's just going to wisely let it go. It'll die right at the 40. So
penalty flag.
Plus territory for Laurel, but you're right. Flags thrown after the play. Back near the line of scrimmage, you see Miller walking up the field talking with Ryan DiMuccio after the play. Not sure if words were exchanged. Did you see anything over there, Mitch, or just the flags going?
I believe those were two different calls, but I couldn't tell you what they were. I saw the two guys walking down the field, like you said, talking, but they didn't seem to be in each other's face. But
well, while we await the call, remind you that coming after the game, we will announce our LCAP Player of the Game Award. So many great ways that the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is increasing the quality of life within Lawrence County. How about the Family Support Group every Thursday night at 5 p.m. at the Confluence? Lawrence County Drug and Alcohol Commission has designed this group to help families become educated on substance abuse disorder and the recovery process, and learning the importance of self-care, discovering new ways to contribute to personal wellness. For more details, visit lcap.org. That's LCCAP.org.
they really have some great programs and do a lot for our community, don't they?
They do, and our powering sponsor has been instrumental to get this program off the ground here, now in our 2nd year of existence. And part of that, too, is just the fact that we can communicate and work with fine sponsors like Maley Chiropractic. Dr. Maley, Dr. Archer, Dr. Bowser, all in the house here today, joining us for some fun here at lcsportsnet.com. Laurel leading 21-0, personal foul against the Spartans during that play will push now the ball back into Spartan territory for them to start this drive. Pistol set for Tinsman. 3:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Spartans 3 first-half touchdowns to give them this 21-0 advantage. Another score update we had at the halftime break. Southside was leading Rochester 10-0. A 45-yard field goal kicked by the Southside Rams to end the first half. Handoff up the middle, now over 100 yards is Landon Smith, and big collision with the free safety. That was Albertini coming up to make the hit, but he's able to cross midfield and cross over the century mark tonight.
Number 6, Sam Myers caught his shoestrings and stopped him, put him down before he got that hit, too. Sam Myers is the son of Lisa Rich and the nephew of Lenny Rich, the superintendent here at Laurel Schools.
That's right. I remember talking to Mr. Rich about that at one of the, I think it was one of the basketball games last year. 2nd down and 4, throw to the far sideline. 4th catch of the game made by Lucas Davis, and he's going to have enough to move the chains. Needed 4, got 5.
Nice tackle by number 2, C.J. Miller.
Yeah, Miller's made some nice plays on the defensive side. You'd like to see him get a few more touches offensively here, Chris.
Yeah, next time we get the ball, we'd like to see, get the ball in your playmakers' hands as much as you can. And I think they will make some changes moving forward on this next possession. Really just open up the playbook, see what else they can do.
And so going to be the last game of the year for him as well. The Cats out of postseason contention. 1-yard gain there on first down for Landon Smith. Unofficially 19 carries for 104 yards on the evening. So we're talking about over 1,300 yards on the season. It's about 150 per contest for the senior running back. And he's probably had 3 or 4 mercy rule games where Spartan starters hadn't played in the second half. Bartley will come in motion on 2nd down and 9 from left to right, dropping back, looking that way, and throwing on the out route was Tinsman. Had Carter Haney open, but just a little bit too far out in front. And you can tell, Chris, that Chase Tinsman wanted that one back.
He did. I mean, that timing was there, and I mean that ball was in the air before the break was before the receiver even made his break. I mean, those two are in great connection. He just put a little bit too much air under that.
And Carter was wide open.
And it almost looked like busted coverage here, Mitch, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Third down, quickly to the line. They're going to look again. Pump fake, now going down the middle of the field. Bartley streaking down the seam, and he's caught at the 10-yard line, now at the 5. A pump and go. Call it the sluggo for a big gain. They'll mark it at the 5, so that'll be a gain of 38 yards.
Did you see Tinsman pump fake that while that defensive player was right in his face, hold it in, and then let it rip?
Colin Bartley now over 100 yards receiving on the evening. First and goal as the Spartans enter the red zone. Tinsman at the 200-yard mark passing as well. Laurel trying to extend the 21-0 advantage. In the gun is Tinsman. He'll go with the design run to the right, spins off a couple of tackles, dragging forward. And he's going to get down at about the 2-yard line. Miller and Lively combining on the tackle. By the way, Spartans now 4 of 7 on third downs. And now it looks like this could be Tinsman quarterback sneak territory, but he is in the pistol set. Second and goal from the 2. I'll check the sideline.
Yeah, watch that zone read here.
I think Smith's going to go right up the middle.
They bring Bartley in motion, fake to him. It is Smith up the middle, and it is a second touchdown of the evening from 2 yards out for number 22. Makes it 27-0 in favor of the Spartans. Coach Maley all over it.
Couple arm tackles did not slow that kid down at all.
Touchdown run number 21 on the year.
Wow.
For number 22. He also has 2 receiving, a punt and kick return touchdown as well.
That's quite a dossier.
And again, somebody who is a first-year starter at running back. So now the R. Cunningham Funeral Home extra point to be attempted by Zane Buchter. This one up, and it is going to go just outside the left upright. No good. 27-0. Spartans lead. Back in a moment here at the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Ignite by Hatch is a digital learning environment designed to help pre-K and kindergarten teachers extend their reach to nurture whole child growth while building essential skills for school success. In just 30 minutes of independent playtime per week in school or at home, Ignite by Hatch boosts learning across 7 domains aligned to both state and national standards. Ignite's whole child approach is particularly critical this year as programs address both social-emotional development and learning gaps created due to the global pandemic. Honoring the power of homeschool partnerships.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN. 7-play drive capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Landon Smith, his second of the game, and unfortunate on this return as Albertini spun the tires and the knee went down at the 10-yard line. So already trailing 27-0, Chris. That's not going to help starting inside your own 10.
Yeah, that's a rough start. And when you field the kickoff and your first move is backwards, you're already in trouble.
I retract my statement about the field. I think he just slipped due to the field condition on that one. Because he looked like he had a full head of steam, was ready to go.
At Joseph's Marketplace drive summary, by the way. Thanks to them for all their support at lcsportsnet.com. Make sure you follow them on Facebook to find out what's cooking today.
I just had Joseph's Market hot lunch for lunch this week again. Pot roast and potatoes.
Tell you what, I wish I could go more often with some of their hot lunches. They had pizza as their weekend special a week ago, and it was glorious. Also, as you're watching on the bottom line here at lcsportsnet.com, there's your Crane Room Grill scoring, out-of-town scoring summary, and we'll get you some of those read out loud. How about Riverside now 28-0 over Elwood City in the Rival Cup there. We thank the Crane Room Grill. Make sure you stop by the Crane Room. There's plenty of room at the Crane Room, though I don't think you want to be out on the loft much longer here now, as it's getting brisk.
Shameless plug for the Crane Room again, our office. Anytime somebody has a birthday, we take the whole staff out to lunch, and we almost always go to the Crane Room because they always have room for us and take care of us.
Rolling out to his left in his own end zone. It's the quarterback, and Wisely's just going to throw it into the bench, incomplete, as Patton did not have much time to work with whatsoever. Now the question is, what is the wing sauce of choice for the doctors up here in the booth?
At the Crane Room, I think they're all very good. I hate to say it, I'm a lamb sandwich guy.
Nothing wrong with that.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for salad day, I'll tell you that.
Yes. Almost all the time the staff wants to go there on Wednesday for their salad day because it is so good. How about you, Dr. Bowser? What's your choice? Chicken tenders and fries.
And what sauce with the chicken tenders and fries then? Always just the ranch.
Her and my daughter always get the chicken tenders and fries.
Second down and 10, play action. Patton nowhere to go, trying to get out of the end zone, and somehow does elude the pressure, but he paid the price for it, Mitch.
Colton Hill just took him down.
Yeah, he avoided Allward in the end zone, but then took the punishment, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. 27-0 Laurel leads here in Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, Trib Live, and News Radio 1200 WKST.
That was awesome.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Minutes on the clock, fourth quarter about to get underway here between the Spartans and the Cats. 27-0 Laurel leading here on senior night. It's been an offensive onslaught for most of this game for the Spartans, but they're now on defense. The Cats facing a 3rd and 15 from their own 4-yard line. I'm James Dotson, Doctors Maley and Argero alongside for the call here today. Patton will take the shotgun snap, hand it off to Miller, tries to bounce it outside. But guess who yet again there, Mitch? Another tackle for Carter Haney.
Number three. He's tall, he's lean, and he's fast.
Oh, looks like we got somebody down on the field here.
Oh, is that 18 or 10?
I think it is the ball carrier, Hunter Lively. It was a...
Yeah, he's reaching for his left knee.
And that's the last thing you ever want to see, but especially for a senior playing in your last game.
He got spun around there pretty good. I mean, it was a clean hit. He just wrapped him up, spun him around, and took him down. But I'm afraid his left leg may have been planted when that was happening.
Well, while they tend to Hunter Lively on the field, Coach Graham walking out to look at his senior back. Let's step aside for a moment. We'll be back. 27-0 Laurel leads here at lcsportsnet.com.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Under his own power, but with some assistance, there is Hunter Lively coming off of the field. Looks like a leg injury of some sort, and we wish him the best, but that's likely the last that we will see. Number 10 in a Wildcats uniform. 11 carries for 29 yards tonight, and a tough tackle on that.
Yeah, James, it looked like they were tending to his left knee. Dr. Hardrow and I were talking about there during the break, but he did get up pretty quickly, so hopefully that means it's nothing too serious.
And we can tell that the trainers are being very careful with them. And how difficult is that, even from your guys' standpoint on the chiropractic end, of wanting these young athletes to slow down a little bit in terms of, they want to get back on the field immediately?
Hit it, Dr. Hardrow.
Well, the biggest thing is you want to make sure the risk of further damage and assess the situation. Every athlete who's ever lived is always fine and wants to go back out into the game, but you want to make sure that they're not going to hurt themselves even more, and there's always another game, there's always another week, and the rest of their life. That's the biggest thing we want to be concerned about.
Miller barely able to get this punt out. It was almost blocked as he was standing in the back of his own end zone. High snap didn't help either. The punt only goes out to the 33-yard line. So, again, great field position coming for the Spartans, leading 27-0 early in the fourth quarter. And, gentlemen, ladies, everybody listening at home, that's why you go to Maley Chiropractic. You have 3 doctors who are all former athletes. They understand that your young ones want to get back out on the field. Guess what? They do too, but they're going to treat you right. And I'll tell you what, if you enjoy that crack montage, or if you're one of the TikTok people or Snapchat people who love seeing all the crack montages, well, we're going to keep on growing that, I think, here, Dr. Maley, for our Maley Chiropractic commercial.
I think we'll need to do a new one for the winter season.
Get a few more going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pitch to the right for Landon Smith. He's got room. He's gone. Third touchdown of the night. Number 22's now got 22 on the season.
Did anybody even touch him?
Didn't look like it.
I think there may have been a couple arms crossing those thigh pads again, but that was it.
Miller's going to go for 2 here.
Try to put the mercy rule into effect. 33-0 your score. 11-11 on the clock. Two receivers each way. Cooper the slot to the left, Bartley slot to the right. Pistol set for Tinsman. Smith standing behind him.
Of course, they've got number 3, Carter Haney, standing out to the side there, too.
Press coverage against Albertini. He's going to look the other way, though. He's going to go on the out looking for Lucas Davis, and he's having himself a day. A touchdown and a pair of conversions for the senior wide receiver. 35-0 mercy rule in effect when we return. Laurel on top of Shenango here at lcsportsnet.com. Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work? visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park, Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there, safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Visit josephsnc.com for all your marketplace needs and see what's cooking today. That's an easy Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. 1 play, 32 yards, third touchdown for Landon Smith. 2-point conversion from Davis makes it a 35-0 Laurel advantage. The clock will keep on running for the rest of the contest here tonight.
Hey, great open field tackle by number 5, Laban Barker. He came flying in there quickly and took him down. You want to talk about somebody fast, you should have seen his father, Matt Barker, play basketball.
And I'll tell you what, Laban had some incredible Maley chiropractic plays of the game last year. He had not one, but 2 buzzer beaters against Mohawk. Each of the games against Mohawk winning on a 3-pointer as time expired. To do that once in a career, nevertheless twice against the same team in the same season.
You know what, it's neat. He's on our board in the office. We have a board of all the players that win that award. Drs. Argero and Dr. Bowser take that upon themselves to get those pictures up and posted, and it's great to see these young athletes make that board and get up there and the smiles on their faces, and it makes us proud to be a part of this. And I want to thank you again for inviting us to be a part of this, not just tonight, but your program and all the great things that you guys have done for our county, our community, and for these kids. So thank you.
We appreciate all that you guys have done for us as we have a Pontius Insurance timeout on the field. And you guys are welcome back on the mic anytime, I'll tell you that for sure. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am, because this is awesome.
I had a lot of fun. It's neat up here.
This is really nice. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
I would do it again. How about you, Chris?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's neat. I've never seen, this field from this perspective before. So
I've been trying to give my mic to Dr. Bowser, who is, hanging out behind us here, but are we on?
She's refusing, huh?
Yeah. Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's refusing.
I mean, we got the chicken tenders comment out of her, but
that's something to work with. And by the way, while we're talking food, a big shout out to Lori Heights and everything that she does here. The barbecue pork dinner tonight, fantastic as always.
That potato salad was out of sight.
C.J. Miller now at the running back position with the injury to Lively. He's upended in the backfield on the perimeter. Another good hard tackle, but no room whatsoever.
I believe that was number 17, Braden Lewis, with that upending tackle.
Lewis, the only junior. How about that? Chris, you have a team here in Laurel. You lost a all-time leading rusher from the program a year ago. You lost a quarterback who was also over 1,000 yards rushing, and you lost the top receiver who had 90% of the receptions. Yet you have 10 starters on offense and 10 on defense who are seniors for this Laurel team. It's just incredible.
Yeah, that's great replacement, and they've done a great job building the program. And seems like their running back in the running game hasn't skipped a beat.
No, it really hasn't, and a little bit more of a passing threat this year with Tinsman, as Miller again with the carry will get out to the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 6 to go.
Yeah, the running back from the last couple of years for Laurel.
Luke McCoy.
What a horse. I mean, he's a nice kid.
Great. I actually had the pleasure, a couple of volleyball matches where we're set up courtside. He's sitting right behind us and just enjoying the game with us and having fun. He's someone who, just by talking to him, would like to have him on a mic sometime working with us.
I watched him start in Little League football coming up through, and great kid.
Man in motion from the slot, play action on the jet sweep and knocked down at the line.
Number 51.
Ryan DiMuccio getting the big paws up there, Chris, just like you're taught.
That's it. I mean, if you can't get to them, you want to get your hands up, disrupt the passing lanes. And I mean, they've been doing it all night, making everything difficult for Patton.
0 for 8 on 3rd downs. It's not the way you draw it up there, Chris.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's been a tough night, and they've had trouble moving the ball, but hopefully here we can draw something up on this 4th and 6. Just try to keep the chains moving a little bit. Just try to find a way to get on the board here.
I'll tell you, they have Sam Patton listed at 6 foot tall, and I mean, I'm not sure if he's quite all that, but I'll tell you what, he looks short compared to some of those defensive linemen.
Especially when you have DiMuccio at 6'2", 202. I think that even feels a little bit undersized. C.J. Miller's punt will be down at the 32-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 coming up for the Spartans. 35-0 to score. Clock stops momentarily with 8:12 remaining in the 4th quarter. Again, coming up after the game, we will have our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Seasonal allergies, changes in weather, we haven't had any of that. They can all affect how you feel on a daily basis. Headaches, joint pain, sinus pressure. How about bleacher back for all of you out there in the stands? They can all be alleviated by chiropractic work. Call Maley Chiropractic to schedule your appointment today. Pistol formation. It is still Tinsman out there. You have Colin Bartley now, though, at the running back position. So Landon Smith, helmet is off. His day is done standing on the sideline. They'll pitch it to Bartley on the short side of the field. Gets up the field and actually just runs out of bounds. Clock will keep on running with the moving clock. So the last we've seen probably for Landon Smith here today, have him at 20 carries for 136 and 3 touchdowns on the night. We're going to have a fun time coming up with the play and player of the game here tonight, I think.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great plays, and Shenango's had some really good plays as well. It's just not quite enough tied together to pull it down the field the whole way.
Sustained drives. Going to run as much clock as they possibly can with a 35-0 lead. Laban Barker in the slot. He's the man in motion. Throw to the near side. Coming back to his Haney. He makes the catch at the 35. Gets out close to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 9 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 to go.
He was hauled down by Colton Fedrizzi again. Fedrizzi's had a good game tonight for the Wildcats.
I agree with our PA announcer. He has had a great game. Mr. Fedrizzi has called his name a lot on defense. He called Haney's name a lot on both offense and defense. Handoff to Colin Bartley up the middle, and it's going to be another 3rd down conversion for the Spartans, moving the chains. Just under 6 minutes to go, so let's kind of look ahead a little bit. Laurel right now ranked number 2 in the Trib Live High School Sports Network's rankings. The brackets come out tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and we know Laurel will have a home game. We'll have to see who they will face, and that's a Class 2A. 14 teams make it, so that 2 versus 3 is important, because if you're the 2 seed, you get a first-round bye. And how big is a bye right now, Mitch, going into the playoffs?
You know, these young athletes, we see them a lot of times at the beginning of the season and the end of the season. So when you get to the end of the season like this, it's really beneficial for them to have just that extra week of rest.
Bartley handoff up the middle. He's hit immediately and dragged down for a loss of 1 on the play. He was hit up high by a couple of different Wildcat players, and you're happy to see Shenango still playing hard here to the very end, Chris, and especially some of these seniors in their last game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all heart at this point. I mean, it's the last time you get to wear the jersey, the last time you get to be on the field with the guys you played with. I mean, you play smart, you play hard.
And almost an interception. C.J. Miller had reservations for 6. He jumped the out route. Man, he would have been in the end zone. He's only had a couple of touches on offense. Chris, he saw the scoreboard lighten up for him.
Oh, yeah, he was already looking in the end zone before he even got his hands on that ball.
I don't think he quite expected that. It was like right in his hands.
And he read it the whole way. Now 3rd down and 10. Again, the clock's still running with the mercy rule in effect. 35-0 Spartans with the lead. We're down to 4:30 remaining. Tinsman in the gun, Bartley to his left. Tinsman looking right, throws, caught at midfield by Davis. Across midfield, he's going to be short of the line to gain. Lucas Davis having himself one incredible night as well. That's his 5th catch of the game.
Another 8 yards.
He was pulled down by Creighton Ross.
So 5 catches, 81 yards. And it looks like the Spartans are just going to get up to the line quickly. They might try to sneak this one and move the chains on 4th and 1.
Sure
and,
did.
I don't think he did. I think he lost the football. I think he lost the football on the snap, did Tinsman, and then lost his footing as a result. This is going to be a Medora Bonner Law change in possession.
That side judge on the far side.
I think he's still short. I'm lined right up with them, and I think they're going to mark him short. That is close, though.
They stop the clock at 4:01 remaining.
First
and
down.
Don't even bring the sticks out. It is Shenango football.
Yep.
So again, you get a defense. You're down 35-0. It's a running clock. It's the last game of the year. You can see a lot of teams just folding at this situation, Chris. Love seeing them still fight to the end.
Absolutely. And it's every little spectrum of the game here. It's all small victories at this point. You'd like to see them just get a couple good plays on offense here, find a way to get the ball to your playmakers, and just let's see what happens.
As my mom would always say, I'd love to see this team get at least one score on the board.
Going towards the far sideline and not a lot of room. That was number 33 on the carry, the freshman Albertini. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Second catch of the game for Albertini. Blackhawk now leading Newcastle 30-7 in their contest. Riverside 28-0 over Elwood at last call. 44-0 Union over Summit Academy. That one's now a final. Second down and 10 here with 3 minutes remaining. Shenango, Patton drops back, comes to the near side, pass a little bit low. It is caught by another freshman. And I like this too. You get a few freshmen working their way into the game. That's Trayton Ross. They are going to call it incomplete. Yeah, incomplete.
It's a great effort, though.
Therefore, the ball will go back.
I wonder if they let Patton uncork one here, just send him down and see what his arm has.
There's a lot of speed back there.
So Bishop Canevin almost guaranteed will get the 1 seed in Class 2A. Laurel, Greensburg Central Catholic battling for 2 or 3. 8-1 is what Laurel will be. Greensburg Central Catholic likely with a win tonight will be at 8-2. Third down as Patton rolls to his right. He is looking down the field, steps up, now looking for space to run, and there is not much of it because he's got double fives. The speed limit, Colton Hill putting the brakes on the quarterback. Third sack of the game for the Spartan defense.
And as all night, you look downfield, and there is nobody open. I mean, the coverage by this Laurel team, it's perfect. I mean, guys downfield, they're finding open space, double cover, picking up guys, passing them off to each other. It's all night long, nonstop.
Unfortunate for Shenango. They started the first half, started the second half with 3 first downs on that possession, got into the red zone but could not put it in the end zone. They do not have a first down since here in the second half, and now are 0 for 9 on third downs. Offense is out there. It's 4th down and 12. Patton gets the snap, dropping back, tries to set up the screen to Miller, has blockers in front. Miller makes the catch across midfield, tries to bounce to the outside, gets around Lewis.
He's
got first down and more.
He's got it.
To the 30, breaks away from a tackle, and before he's dragged down, Jack Miles makes the tackle way down the field. Miller finally breaking loose.
Is that young Jack Miles, Coach Ryan Miles' son?
That is.
I didn't even realize he was old enough to be out there.
Doesn't feel like he should be.
No.
32 yards on the completion. Under a minute to play now, though. Laurel, the marching man, counting it down. Spartans about to go undefeated as conference champs for the 2nd consecutive season. Last year in Class 2A's Midwestern Conference, and now here.
Looks like one more play.
In the Big 7. 2 receivers each way. Patton's going to try to put one into the end zone. Jump ball to the near sideline. It's caught, and it's in the end zone. Did he hang on to it?
He got that.
No.
No.
He did not. As he reached across the goal line, the ball hit the ground. That was the old Jesse James play. It looked like he had possession, Chris, and then made a football move to the end zone from our angle, but the officials are closer.
I'm a little bit surprised there.
Wow.
I would have at least maybe called a dual possession down at the 1 yard line at worst, but
I got to tell you guys, I really thought he had that.
Unfortunate for Colton Fedrizzi, but in the end, as far as the game is concerned, inconsequential. 35-0 Spartans victorious tonight in the season finale. We're going to step aside, come back with the Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Hey. Good to see you. Come on in, let's go. Yeah!
Laurel teachers support all of our athletes
on and off the field.
All right, okay.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary, from the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
It's the Tri-County Principals post-game show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, the Spartan Marching Band with the alma mater playing with the Spartans, a 35-0 victory to secure the top spot in the Big 7 Conference, likely a home game in the playoffs, and potentially a first-round bye as well. A impressive performance from the Spartans all over the field tonight. Offense, defense, and special teams really controlling the game from the get-go. Our broadcast colleagues, Dr. Mitchell Maley, Dr. Chris Ardro, they're down at field level because they're getting ready for the post-game awards to be handed out. We'll get some stats for you first. Chase Tinsman throwing the football 208 yards through the air, a touchdown, also a touchdown on the ground. Landon Smith, 3 more rushing touchdowns to his credit. He's got 22 on the season, 136 yards rushing on the year for him. But our Maley Chiropractic play of the game is going to go to Lucas Davis. 5 receptions, 81 yards, and you can tell what the players feel about that because as soon as our cameraman Rob Natel went up with the shirt, you had about 9 or 10 different Spartans all there with him ready to celebrate his accomplishment here tonight. Congratulations to number 84, Lucas Davis, your Maley Chiropractic play of the game for his 48-yard touchdown catch back late in the first quarter. Maley Chiropractic and LCSportsNet.com proud to honor Lucas Davis as tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award recipient. He is receiving right now his customized T-shirt, courtesy of Maley Chiropractic in the Red Zone for tonight's performance for the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. And tonight's Play of the Game video may be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network's Standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. You can view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of the season's top plays at LCSportsNet.com. Click on Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Landon Smith got things going after a 53-yard completion to Colin Bartley. Got the Spartans down the field. Very next play, Smith takes it in from 8 yards out. It was 6-0 in favor of the Spartans. Lucas Davis on the next drive got that 48-yard touchdown pass from Chase Tinsman, making it 14-0 as Davis also got the 2-point conversion. It was 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. About midway through the second quarter, a long drive for the Spartans. Chase Tinsman sneaks it in from 2 yards out, making it 21-0 in favor of Laurel. That was the halftime score. At the half, Laurel was outgaining Shenango 231-22 in terms of yards gained. Late in the third quarter, after a few punts back and forth, the Spartans punching in again. Landon Smith with his second touchdown run, and then just over a minute later, a 32-yard run early in the fourth quarter to make it a 35-0 final as Davis got another 2-point conversion. The other award we have to give out tonight is our LCAP Player of the Game award, and we're going to give it out to Chase Tinsman, 208 yards passing on the night, also had a rushing touchdown as well. Did the senior quarterback who's led his Spartans now to an undefeated conference season and one of the top spots in the Class 1A tournament. Your Lawrence County Community Action Partnership Player of the Game award goes to Chase Tinsman of Laurel. He is tonight's Player of the Game, and he just received his customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's Player of the Game. You can view the full list of this year's Players of the Game at LCSportsNet.com and click on Player of the Game. Congratulations again. Tonight's LCAP Player of the Game, Chase Tinsman. LCAP, changing lives. Let's bring Chris Ardro back in one final time. And it looks like Dr. Bowser's going to jump on the mic for a moment as well. And Chris, first off, thanks again for joining us tonight. And just give us some final thoughts on this game tonight and on this season for the Spartans and the Wildcats.
Well, I think both teams played really well tonight. Excuse me. It's cold out there. Both teams played really well tonight. I know the score doesn't really reflect that, but the Spartans got big things ahead of them. Playoffs are tough, and it'll be interesting to see what they can do in the playoffs, but I'm excited for them.
A great balance of the offense, and I got to ask Dr. Bowser here, she jumps on board, just how'd you like the experience up here in the booth, and how did these fine gentlemen do tonight?
Oh, they did great. It was awesome sitting up here in the nice warmth and out of the wind and the cold out there. They did pretty good, as much as they worried about it, and they had to study up on those roster sheets, but they did great.
I'll tell you what, they're invited back anytime, and we appreciate them with all that they've done. They went down and took the pictures the entire Maley Chiropractic crew just did with the award winners tonight. And Dr. Maley, we bring you back in real quick for some final thoughts. This Spartan team showed the diversity of the offense, pretty balanced, 200 yards total in passing and rushing-wise unofficially at about 160 yards. So a great balance and great ready to get tuned up for the playoffs coming up.
Well, I think it comes down to, in high school ball, a lot of times it's a balance of speed and size. And, of course, you've got to have some intelligent players out there as well. And Laurel's got a really complete package this year again, and it's nice to see these kids play hard. And I got to say, though, for Shenango, just like you gentlemen were saying, they were playing through the end. It didn't matter that score. They were still playing till the last couple plays of the game, and you know, God bless them. They were playing hard.
Yeah, that's what Coach Graham has had since he's gotten here. He's had to play kids at a very young age, getting them set up, starting as freshmen and sophomores, and you're going to see names like an Albertini. You still have the quarterback, Patton, who's going to be here for a couple of more years. This is the experience that allows them, and why there will be a very talented team 2 years from now again.
Well, that young Fedrizzi gentleman, I mean, he's a junior, and I'm friends with his dad, and I don't know how tall he is, but I think this young man has some growing to do yet, so I can't wait.
He's 6'3" and has growing to do. That's,
his dad's taller than him. I can't wait to see what he can do next year.
I'll give a couple of shout-outs to some of these seniors: Austin Bintrim, Kyle Lenhart, Nick Dando, C.J. Miller, Hunter Lively, just all starting on the offense for this team. It's excuse me, a small roster to begin with, but that senior leadership, and it means a lot, and it's always tough, especially you never know when your last game may be, but these kids came in here tonight knowing this is the last time they'd put on a Wildcats uniform, and Chris, you can speak to that it's tough going out there for the last time.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, but you get to play a team that you grew up, not liking for, the fun part in the most fun ways, and go out and give everything you have to try to put up a good fight against them. And with that, the best part is there was no bad blood on the field. There was no ugliness or anything like that came out with this game tonight.
And what I think is awesome, and you guys can talk about this a little bit real quick as we wrap it up. I mean, we talk about, how heated these rivalries are, like you kind of alluded to, but on the field it's always clean. But then Shenango now becomes Laurel fans in the playoffs. You don't see that very often, but the county roots for each other come postseason time. I think that is absolutely incredible and fun to see time and time again.
It's wonderful to see. I know, in the past few years when my son was playing football at Wilmington, Farrell, after we beat Farrell in the playoffs, the next game we were down, I believe it was Beaver Falls, and they had a huge support team from Farrell at that game cheering on. And it's the same thing, and that's one of the things about a county, whether you're up north where our kids are playing or down here where I used to play, like you said, the community gets behind them, and it's a team support of not just your school, but all the schools and all the county and all these great businesses that support this. They get behind these kids as well, and it's just a wonderful thing to be a part of.
And we're glad to be a part of it as well. And we're glad you guys can be a part of this little journey. I'm glad you could see it from the other side. And I'm glad I just ran into Dr. Maley at the broadcast on Monday night and said, you know what, we should do this. And when you said we got to bring Dr. Ardra around as well, it's like, how do you not? This was a lot of fun, guys. Seriously, you're invited back anytime that you want to make a venture out for a game.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever thought I would have said this, but I'd come back. This was great, again, we can't thank you enough for what you've done here. This is a great program.
Oh, appreciate it, and we're glad to be able to do it, and thanks to guys like these three fine doctors. The only reason why we can do this, the team at Maley Chiropractic, thanks to them, and thanks for everybody involved in making tonight broadcast and every broadcast. Over 100, again, is the plan this year. 100 broadcasts of local sports to be on the air this season at lcsportsnet.com. 35-0 your final score. Tonight's broadcast, again, brought to you in part by Maley Chiropractic, by Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, by The Red Zone, by R. Cunningham Funeral Home, by Medora Bonner Law, by Pontius Insurance, by the Crane Room Grill, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by Joseph's Marketplace, by Doran Concrete, by Hatch Early Learning, by Castle Realty, by DNR Lawn Care, by Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, by the Laurel Education Association, by the Tri-County Principals Association, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Ashley Pistachio is our producer today, Rob Nattel running the cameras, and our incredible crew, Dr. Kelsey Bowser, Dr. Chris Ardro, and Dr. Mitch Maley. For the entire crew, I'm James Dotson saying so long for now, and thanks again to Marie Atwell at News Radio 1200 WKST, spinning the dials for us all year long. Your final score one last time, Laurel 35, Shenango 0. You've been watching it here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Have a great night, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.